Okay, come on, come on, come on. Which turn off sound? Turn off the sound. Sound is on. We have sound, right? We have sound,
That is very
and we have a
good.
picture.
Would you like a medal? Oh, I'm sorry, the medal machine is out of order. It's like McDonald's ice cream machine. It's never freaking repaired, never fixed. And nobody gives a damn.
Yeah, and these days, no one's gonna fix it anyways because everyone's inside. Because they're too afraid to go outside.
Wouldn't the
They're
ice
gonna
cream
get
machine
sick.
inside? Wouldn't the
No,
metal creation
my
also be
stream's
inside?
lagging.
Well, like I said, as long as it's not like a
No, my
lag.
stream is lagging in general.
Well,
I think it was just my stream and now it's
Get better
dropping
internet.
frames. I had good internet.
sucks
Why
for
is
you.
it dropping frames lately? Like it's been like last time too, and I've not had this issue before, so it feels like it's something else. Probably fucking latest Windows update that came.
Could be. You drop more frames than Cup drops furry memes.
No, that's impossible.
For reference, Cup is a friend of ours who is a furry, and yes, he drops a lot of the time, and he just all the time with some type of meme about it, like, okay. No, I don't need to listen to a podcast when I'm doing a podcast. Thank you, phone. I have music of my own, listening to it, and it's just like, oh, you're listening to this podcast. Like, I am doing a podcast.
I am the podcast.
I am the hype. Anyway. Hello. Welcome to this one, episode 17, where we both have some antagonizing titles once again. It's been a little while since we've done this, and yeah. Oh boy. We're gonna get into some heated topics on this one because obviously somebody needs to learn that playing a certain game does not make you a furry. Some games absolutely can definitely, and that is whatever the hell Cup plays. Because sure as hell am I. You don't see me playing VR chat.
The one video that you can't upload, or you may upload, that Cup wanted. Remember that game? I don't remember the game.
Yeah, it was a furry visual novel. The only reason why I even had that recorded was because he was a part of it and he wanted it to be done. And I'm like, fine. And obviously, the whole thing corrupted. Which I actually figured out that my entire like software for Elgato, the main thing for the capture card, videos will corrupt every time it's being used. So I can't use that anymore to record. I have to use Streamlabs or OBS, whatever. I have to record with it. Because streams are fine. There's never an issue with those. It only is an issue in that software. Don't know why.
I'm gonna turn off my PlayStation right now.
I mean, maybe it's an issue with the Intel drivers. Maybe we need to update those. I haven't actually done that in a while. Probably should. That's actually probably my problem. Is Intel graphics drivers need to be updated. Anyway.
You know, when you're trying to watch something on your phone that needs internet, it can be very good to turn on the internet. Just so you know.
Never thought of it like that. I always thought it went into an offline cache mode where somehow it downloaded something from a non-existent internet and then you were able to watch it as if you were.
Or something starts downloading without you asking.
Yeah, that happens. I'm pretty sure that's called a virus.
No, I
Unless
think
it's
it's
an
called
update, that's different. Called what?
No Man's Sky. And that game downloaded for no fucking reason.
That is also called a virus. It's called PlayStation.
Ooh.
Burn.
You talk about the Xbox virus that sent me like 20 fucking notifications on my phone because I fucking got an achievement that I completed like a week ago.
I'll admit the achievement system on Xbox is horrifically broken. I will admit that. It is awful. But honestly, I don't really care because I still get them anyway, and it's still a part of it, so why should I care? The thing is, it won't show the achievement all the time, but it'll always update your score. So, whatever. Anyways, welcome again. You're reading chat. Okay. Okay. Deported into the sun. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
I can't read.
You can't read?
Chat's not having.
Well, that's not surprising.
I'm gonna have to kill you if you don't.
Hey, nice, it's not my fault your Discord's lagging. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I'm sure somebody has noticed by now. Probably not, because you're probably not even caring. Another thing about a podcast is, why would you keep the video portion of it up? It's probably good enough to be like, go into the tab, turn it on, and then go to another tab and go do something else while just listening. A lot of people do it. Perfectly fine. Why the hell would you watch a podcast? It makes no sense. Unless it's a video one that actually shows them in the room. That's different. This is fine.
Oh, that can be why I'm dropping frames. Also, it's like Streamlabs in general is having so much overload at this point of time because people are home.
Ah, good point. That's another thing. Streamlabs, Discord as well, because Candy just brought up the point. Discord is having issues. A lot of like internet services are having plenty of issues because that is how people are keeping in contact or doing their own thing. It's like, you know, even like musicians or some that would go on tour, they're using Twitch or something like that for streaming. Like they stream their performances instead. Which honestly, why didn't they do that in the first place? That'd been awesome. I mean, imagine, why don't people, hold on, I want to get into this. Why don't people who do live events, I know it's a point like, oh, the exclusivity, like, why don't you have some events where you stream it? Like, let's say a concert or something, stream the concert, and then the idea of paying for it is to go there, and then, you know, be there for the experience. Like, that's how that is, and stream the rest online. We have that for E3, we have that for a lot of game conferences. I think even RTX does that a lot. Seriously, what's the problem?
And then you have those that does pay per view, like stuff like that. Like when there were big like UFC matches, like they did pay per view. Like you can do that too. Like you can not only can you have a live show, you can have like for people at home at the same time.
Oh god!
Like making them
That just reminded me. Did you see the latest thing about WrestleMania? Like, did you see what's going on with that? Because of the whole virus thing going around, they literally had a no audience show. No live audience at all. No one was there, but it was all streamed, like, you know, through TV and all that. It just, no one was in the audience, but there was a wrestle match going on. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, they have done that with soccer also lately, like.
Just like, you know what, no one come to the event, but we will put it on TV for those to watch. They're just like, that's great and all, but a lot of these events, like everything, like, again, wrestling or like sports, they kind of thrive on the idea of having an audience because they're like the main thing. It's the audience going nuts over something. You don't really get that. It's just like a quiet thing happening. And then like, especially in wrestling, just imagine that. Just like, oh, this stuff happens. Oh, he's doing commentary, and you're just like, no screams. Very quiet in here. Like, so awkward. Like, usually there's people screaming out their lungs about, like, whatever the hell's going on, but it's just like, nothing.
I've lost my fucking second phone. I've lost my first phone. My second is beside me, but I don't know where my first phone is. Oh, it's over there. Okay, I found it. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I didn't kill him.
I don't see a point of a race being postponed, because a lot of those are also streamed. Like, you know, through TV or something. Yeah. So, I mean, they could literally, again, have no audience. Just them racing around.
Yeah, and I mean they don't even hear the fucking cheer.
I mean, then again, there are, like, a ton of racers in that, so we're not the best of ideas, because that is a lot of people still one area.
I mean,
like say
I get
wrestling or
because
something, there's like 6 or 7 or I don't know, 10
yeah,
people.
but in like racing, it's like you have your team. You have a
Yeah, you
team
have like
of
the whole team of people who like do the pit stops and everything, so that also makes sense. Then you have again
then you have
like
the other teams
tons of
around.
freaking, and then they also have like tons of racers in general. So I can kind of see that.
Yeah, so yeah, like I mean, it's kind of that. I mean, but hey, I feel too much of this stuff is like I get the idea of not spreading the virus, but it's like also getting over the top at the moment. Like, oh, we need to close down everything because the
Yeah.
risk of spreading. Like, I promise you, just because you force people as sitting at home, it's not gonna work anyways because they're gonna have to go outside one day to go get food.
Oh, somebody hasn't heard of DoorDash and Uber Eats.
But who's need to go out and get the food? Who's need to drive that? A human being.
A couple people, like one person or
Yeah.
whatever, driving around doing that, and then you have the store, which is very vacant. That's fine. And at the same time, if you're, it's not really a problem if you're going out and just like quickly doing all these things because most of the time there's barely any interaction as it is. But
yeah, it's like the one person you talk with is the cashier because it's like, okay, thanks, and
I mean, there's that. Or at the same time, it's actually going to like a self-checkout. Like, you can still do that, no problem.
the nearby store that we have doesn't have a checkout because it's like it's just
I mean, if it's a convenience store, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's it. It's a convenience
wrong.
because it's like it's only for like we have our supermarkets where we have like our everything.
You keep talking. I'm
gonna. Stream runs for me.
Well, I'm saying if mine's gone.
Yeah, I'm watching yours. It's still here for me. I don't know about mine, but mine says it's still streaming. It's dropping frames, but that's it. Huh.
Yeah, it's still there for me.
Yeah, as I said.
Yeah, just try refreshing.
I think it's like in general.
Okay.
No. It's just not having issues at the moment. They always have issues. It's not like issues 2 right now. It's like you always have issues.
True. So lately they have more issues because if you saw the thing about how they're obviously
responses was like, oh, so you're gonna leave a broken system because of this.
Yeah, but
great job, YouTube.
Yeah, basically what they're going to be doing is obviously that they're going to have all of the actual human reviewers of your content to go home, and they're still going to be working from home, but the problem is because of that, it's going to be very limited between like if you're going to get a human reviewer or not. It's extremely limited. So most of the time it's just going to be the automated one, which always becomes an issue. Because
welcome
obviously
to YouTube.
Yeah. There is that, and even YouTube themselves has said that this is probably going to give a lot of false positives, and like false claims, strikes, whatever. They even said it themselves that they know it. Yeah, but that's the thing. They never admitted it. They always were just like, oh, well, we'll try to get this fixed. Or, oh, no, I'm sorry, but we can't really do anything about that because it's deserving. But now they literally are just like, oh, we know that our system is terrible and it just does all the wrong choices.
Why are you dirty, controller? The fuck happened to... My controller was randomly dirty, I don't know why.
Because dust and other stuff.
There's no dust, it was like...
Speaking of food, have some.
I don't have... I've already eaten today. Oh, I just ate before.
Let's have a snack.
An hour ago.
You're gonna be hearing a rapper, by the way.
I have a Powerade today.
I had a Dr. Pepper, but I drank it all. It's in a can, and those things are tiny.
Yeah, I don't like those, like... I don't know. These days, like, I can't drink a can anymore. Like, It feels like it goes too fast down. Like you've been drinking, and then randomly it's like gone, and you're like, "What the fuck happened?"
Also,
It is
you good.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, how the fuck do you get copyright for your own music? Like, great job.
That's the YouTube system. It's just like, oh, well, look at this. Just got a copyright. Your own music gets copyrighted. Again, for a little bit of reference, Marty O'Donnell, the person who composed the original trilogy and Reach, ODST, whatever, the older Halos before 343 got a hold of it. He composed all the music for it, and he got a copyright claim recently for his own music. Like, he put his own music in it, and it got copyrighted. Like, he owns the rights to the music. He owns partial rights.
Technically, Microsoft owns the.
Yeah, but he gets partial rights because he composed. Like, they've given him the rights to, you know, show off the music or something. You know, he can put it in a video or whatever because it's technically still his music at the same time. So he's allowed to use it as long as he's not trying to, whatever. I don't know. He still gets money off of the music too. You know, like little royalty checks or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, composers are a part of the copyright. So he still gets his money off of it. But he's getting copyrighted for his own music. So how does that work? If it's like, oh, you're not going to gain any of your money because it's going to go to the copyright holder. Like, but I am the copyright holder. How does that work? So does he still get his money for not getting the money? How does that work?
I mean, it's like you
but technically,
get the
he doesn't necessarily need to appeal it because he still gets his money. It's going to go to the copyright holder, and then it's going to go to him because he's still a part of it. That's not right.
Welcome to the world of technology, where we still fucking fuck up.
Speaking of technology and fuck ups, I don't know if any of you noticed, but if you look at my stream, there's kind of a fuck up going on. So it could also be because both Streamlabs and Discord are having issues. Yeah, the overlay doesn't work right now. The one for where it shows us when, when we're talking or whatever. And I literally just took a screenshot from a past video, and then I just put it on the screen. So you can absolutely tell it's there and it's not right. But I did. Later I'll make a better fallback image, like I'll just get the icons.
Because you don't really notice it before either, so...
It depends if your video's extremely blurry. If that's the case, you'll never notice it. But if not, if it's in good enough quality, you can see it. You can see that it does not match at all correctly with the background. I literally just took a screenshot, cropped it a little bit, and that's it. But later I'll try to get a like an actual just circular icons for both of us and just have that as our fallback.
Yeah. I don't have mine because mine broke down long ago, so I only have my beautiful blue background that I fucking love and cherish with my whole heart. I know I have a heart, guys. It's surprising.
Do you?
No, I sold it to the devil. Because I didn't pay much for it.
You paid like $30.
I feel like I didn't get paid at all. It was like 5 cents.
You sure? You sure that's not what you got with that one game of yours?
I'm getting bullied here, guys. And he's here, Mr. No Dignity himself. At least I know what I am. I know who I am. I think I know who I am. What year is it?
I'm sure you know who you are. You have an identity crisis
no.
on there?
I mean, the crisis that I do have, like, every time I play a new weird fucking game I get from Keymailer. Like, why the fuck did I get this game?
There's a tower defense game from Terminals, and I'm like, why the hell did I apply for this code? Like, why? I don't know if I want this. Too late, I already got it. I can't reject.
No, or you get the game, you play the game, then you're like, why did I request this game?
Mm-hmm.
Now my brain just stopped working for a second. I was like, what's going on? Like, yeah, that is why. Okay.
Don't worry, that's nothing new. It happens every time. Have you ever heard of hitting the reset button? I help you.
You have done
Don't
this
worry.
so many times, I think that's why I'm fucking broken down.
Don't worry.
My
The greatest
arm.
reset button involves a bat and yeah, try not to duck.
I'm not a duck, I'm a cat.
I don't see how that works in general. And just so you know, YouTube later or Twitch or whatever, that is not threat. Why? I kind of hate that when it comes down to it. You say one little thing, they think, oh god, you just threatened him. Like, I did not threaten him. I just said that I know a good way to reset his brain, and that's a bat to the head. I didn't say I was gonna do it. I said he could do it if he wanted to. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, I have threatened a few fictional characters, but if we get offended by that, the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I kind of hate people that like get so offended by, oh hey, you threatened someone that doesn't exist. Now you are about like the person doesn't exist. Like, I don't know how many times I have threatened fucking Silica and want her to die. I even have a fucking clip I saved on Twitch of me threatening her. Quite literally. I just told her that I wanted her to die in a fucking
Just
fire.
to let you know,
So
his social links are in the description of my YouTube. So if you have any type of deal against him, go down there.
why would we want to go to your social?
No, your social links. If you have any complaints.
If you have any complaints, go to his social links in the description.
You didn't have anything to live for. It doesn't exist.
Oh, my living is to destroy people's lives. Telling people that certain jokes are okay, then they got offended and I continue telling them, but it's okay. Like, and they're like,
No, he didn't.
no, it's not like, but if it's a joke, it's a joke. It's not meant to be serious. So it's okay. This is why I can say what I want and do what I want, because I don't take. I have too little fear when it comes to people. Like, I have learned to, like, people too dumb, too fucked up
Yeah.
to really be bothered with. So it's like, if I say something, it's because I want to say it. It's literally what I said. I said one thing yesterday that I was like, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna keep it there. Because why not? It was like 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday. I think it was
See, this
actually
title
fucking
is working
yesterday.
perfectly. Questionable habits.
What was your title again?
That you have questionable habits.
What? You watch anime? I watch anime.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna tell you why, and because I wanna get down with this because it was a fucking amazing show I watched. So basically, I hate kid characters in almost any show.
Probably
Like,
because
they
you watch
often
the
have-
shows that have annoying kid characters, which is a lot of the popular
Well, that's
ones. It's kind of a generic
like
trope.
every fucking like every anime these days, like every fucking kid is gonna be
Again,
annoying.
because it's a trope. It's like a thing to put in one. You can't have an anime without an annoying kid.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check up what I actually said, but it said something about a kid that was kind of fucked up, but it was like,
I don't know if we want
let
that on the
me-
podcast at this point, because knowing you,
Hey, remember, it's me. I'm normal. I promise.
are you? Are you normal? Are you average?
What?
The average Joe?
I'm not average. You're average. Do you remember
Your
what I
face is
said?
average.
Oh, do you remember what I said yesterday? Because I forgot already what I said yesterday.
What's about yesterday? Just scroll up.
No, wait, here it is.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. For fuck's sake, I'm starting to get weak for kid characters.
And immediately I had a comment on that one like, that does not sound good out of context.
Yeah, and I was like, I know, because I realized that when I said it, and he was like, and yet you kept it there. And I was like,
Yeah.
yep.
Yet you decided to keep it like that. Like, does not sound very good, buddy.
But then because if I say something fucked up, I want it to stay, because I feel like if you're gonna delete it, you just delete something that is part of you. Like, yes, you said it, and you
could've
live
just
up
said the
to your
kids
own
are a little
shape.
wholesome.
Nah,
Like, you thought that kid was wholesome. Like, oh,
nah.
platonic, adorable, platonic, cute, whatever you want to say. Oh, good.
Yeah, and then I said later on, like, this, she's so adorable in not a weird way.
The fact that you have to say that, though, because usually when you say a kid's adorable, obviously you mean, like, you know, cute kid, cool, nothing bad about it.
But I didn't say that it was, you know, said she's adorable in not a weird way, because if I say not, because then they think I'm like, wait a second, is
That is the thing with you, though. You always say someone's adorable, but you never really know what you mean by that. In different ways.
Exactly, that's the point about it. But so, if people don't know what I'm talking about Somali and the forest spirit.
Yeah, just say that. It'd go much faster, say the English.
Yeah, I think the fucking Japanese one is a little bit longer.
It is.
And I don't remember the exact name. Anyways.
I have not watched that in ever. I have
No,
actually
it's
watched
news.
it, but
I think it came out this year.
Huh? I think I'm thinking of something else.
It came out in January sometime.
Then in general, I haven't seen it.
I think the last episode comes next week. And that was kind of sad, because I was like, that was 11 episodes and the last episode comes like in a week. Good. But yeah, it was a good anime. Like, normally when I watch, like I normally don't watch anime that I see. Like, but often what Crunchyroll on Twitter promotes is like the bigger animes.
Not always.
That's why I felt like when Somalian
isn't exactly very
Forest Spirit.
big.
What? You lagged.
I said Konosuba is not very well known. It is actually, but I mean, it's not like, oh god, or you know, freaking top thing out there.
Yeah, but it's like, what was it? The Rising Child Hero became pretty.
Like they usually promote anything that's new.
They promote a lot of new stuff, and that's the thing. But often they promote stuff they knew would be popular, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to really watch it. I think I watched Doctor Stone. I don't know why I watched that, but
I think you started watching it because you got like a free trial for Crunchyroll, and you're just like, nah, I'll try these things. Like, ooh.
And then I was like, I think I started watching one show. I've watched Attack on Titans. Then I was like, what should I watch now? And then I watched like Doctor Stone. I was like, okay, so this is a good show. Then I started watching Fire Forge. Didn't finish that because I stopped the trial because on PC, by some reason, I have issues. Like, it's the only website I have
issues everywhere, even internally.
No. on phone, I had no issues. It was sometimes it lagged, but it was like, I think it was my Wi-Fi being terrible.
I can do it. Probably try not to get to like watching the highest quality. Usually how it works in a lot of stuff, which is another good note for here. Try not to watch in the highest quality. Doesn't always go well. You should go for like 720 or 480. Those are the best things to watch stuff in.
Well, our quality in general is just 160.
Ouch.
In general quality of the stream
Funimation,
or
I'm watching
podcast.
like 800p or something. For some reason, that's a freaking option. I'm like, okay.
100. I will see how fucking
800.
terrible that looks.
No, 800 something. Like 800 something P, and I'm like, not bad. Actually looks pretty good. It's a step up from 720, but a step lower than 1080. Obviously, it's in the middle.
There's 1000p? What?
No, 800. 800p.
Oh.
Like 820, 60, I don't remember what it is.
Why?
It's like 860. I don't know why it's an option, but it is. It's like just right in between them two. Okay.
Well, what? I mean, I normally watch 720 on my stuff because I think that's the highest I can go, and mostly because I don't think my monitor I have actually supports 1080 by some reason.
I need to check that out. Even my little 7-inch monitor can handle 1080. Come on now. Never put it to that because everything's freaking tiny as hell and you can't see it, but whatever.
Yeah, but I think it's because I don't have an HDMI cable.
Wait, you don't connect to your PC through HDMI?
No, I use another. I don't remember.
The blue one, VGA.
Yeah.
Well, it's VGA that is not good to be using. If it's DVI, that's perfectly fine.
I think it's DVI. I think I have a DVI, but it's not.
DVI is not. I mean, it's perfectly okay. It's digital, so that's fine. Well, yeah, you can totally use that.
So back to my review. That was like meant to happen because I was gonna talk about what I think about the anime because I'm a weeb, and if you didn't know that I was a weeb, how could you have missed it? Like
enough Kenny pops in here immediately going off about him being a weeb. This is the part where both him and Eve will stop listening because like anime talk.
Yeah, but yeah, so of course there's a kid in the show.
Cool story, bro.
If you didn't get the point of the show, there's this kid.
Cool.
Yes, and she's adorable as fuck.
All right.
In not a weird way.
What's the words?
Did you say it's weird?
I said it. Nah, your choice of words.
You should say wait. Yeah. Hey, she's like 8, okay?
Questionable.
I think she's 8. They never established her age. I think she's like 5 in the first scene, but I think she's like 8 in the rest. I'm not sure because
really
it's like...
questionable.
Really questionable. Just let me make a phone call really quick.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the FBI?
The Federal Bureau Investigation.
Yeah, ever heard of those folks? Have you gone to the house
Lucky I'm from
visits?
Sweden.
Oh, they do international calls, my friend.
No, I think that would be CIA in this case.
True. Not really.
No, because that's so weird. But yeah, so Somaliland the first is basically about this little girl and her, I would say, dad in quotation marks, but in like it's a golem, and not like I don't know how to. What?
No, keep going. Got this.
I'm trying to figure out how to explain. It's just like a golem. I don't know what to. It's not like one of those classic. I don't know what to say, but it's a golem. What is a golem actually? What's the definition of a golem?
I don't know.
Isn't that the fucking Jewish creature that is made from mud?
No, that'd be Jewish.
Yeah. Hey, there's this legend about this Jewish thing. I think it's a golem that they make.
Pretty sure a golem is like way before that.
Yeah, but it's one of their creatures is a golem. It's like one of their. It's a clay creature that was like meant to defend the Jewish people.
Oh no.
Nor do I. That's why I'm trying to figure out what the fucking
How would I know?
column
I'm not
is.
Jewish. I don't pay attention
Nor
to
am
the
I.
culture. Anybody who
I'm
is
very
Jewish,
fucking
confirm.
Christian here.
I'm neither.
Yeah,
Anyway. Continue about your show.
and as far as I know, like, well, I know almost the whole show except the end because the last episode comes next week.
That's what you get for binging.
Yeah, but that was
That's
because
kind of like the good and bad of like watching a TV show of any kind. It's always just you can either watch it live, and obviously you get that weekly buffer, or
Yep.
whenever it goes into like that tiny bit of off season, it's like, oh, it'll come out next month or a few months, or hey, you'll see the next episode next year, like mid-season finale for some weird reason because that exists. Cool, let's keep going. Like, you have those.
basically
you have that
the
little
last
buffer.
season of
Yes. And it just keeps
like,
going like
oh,
that.
Allegation War of the Underworld, Allegation War of the Underworld Part 2, Season 2, like. So
Yeah.
basically it's
Well,
the
no,
same
part
fucking
2
thing.
would make sense. They just said season 2, like, so season 3,
Yeah.
season 2?
Yeah, it's like season, like, but is that the War of the Underworld Season 2 of Allegation? And
It
when
doesn't make any sense
part
because
2, that,
Organization is not its own show. It's a third season. You can't have a season of a season. You can have a core of a season, but you can't have a season of a season.
yeah, I mean, it's like if you say it like this,
Core is
of the
basically
Allegation,
you know, a continuation, basically.
Allegation Season 1,
Or part.
in Allegation, the first part of Allegation is the Season 1, and then you have
Yeah,
War
I know,
War of
but
the
I mean, you
Underworld.
can't say season because it's not a season. It's a
But-
part or a core.
Here's the thing, I don't know if it's then, but technically War of the Underworld is Season 2, but then they like decides to break it mid and be like, oh, and this is Season 2 of War of the Underworld, like, but isn't that like Season 4 of that? That's
I
yeah.
don't know, they're stupid. Anyway, keep it going. Yeah, you and your shows. So,
I don't
yeah.
want to spoil too much, but it's basically they're on a journey to find humans.
That is a lot of different plots from a lot of different shows and games and everything else. Oh, hey, look, we're human, or we're, like, this mixture of something, or hey, we're just these, like, creatures, entities, whatever. Let's go find us some other people, because where the hell do those exist?
Yeah, but here's the thing. She's the only human in the whole show, basically. As far as I know. Because, again, I've not seen last episode. This is not out yet.
Alright then.
I probably exist in Japanese somewhere. The subbed version
Automatic.
doesn't exist.
That's usually how that works. Anyway.
Yeah, so basically it's like... if you anyone reads my title, and you're gonna question why I'm watching this show, because they also show with a lot of animals. It's not like normal animals that doesn't. It's talking animals.
About Beastars. I don't know why in the hell. That is one show I would never watch. I'm just not gonna. I think it'd be kind of dumb.
To watch what?
Beastars.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Anime with
that
Enterprise.
furry show that's on Netflix now.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I mean, Copper said it was good, so...
I mean, he is a furry. Plus, he likes
Yeah, but
JoJo. Anyone who likes JoJo, get out of here. That offended a lot of
that
people.
was offending the next fan. I think that was the first fan we've offended today. When are we gonna offend
Honestly, though,
the
I
furry
don't
ones?
like JoJo. I think that's kind of dumb. And also, I don't like the art style. Hey, that's me. You might like it.
Yeah,
Have
that's
fun.
the thing. The art style looks terrible. Like, I don't normally hate art. Like, art... All animes have... I think have amazing art style. Then you have JoJo, and you're like...
Looks
Yeah.
very crude and just. Bleh. I mean, honestly, it depends on like the time that it was written or illustrated, but it looks dumb to me, but you know.
I mean,
that's me.
It's like me now about, as I said, I've said this on in Discord. It's like I don't like the new Pokemon series, like the new Pokemon animations.
I don't really like that either, but that's only because we grew up with the originals, and now we have the new
Yeah,
stuff,
but
and it's
also
like.
I feel like it's not only because it's like it doesn't feel like it's fresh. It just feel like they tried to make it fresh, but like they failed.
In a way, it kind of feels like just like someone tried to copy more than it being the real thing. I mean, I don't really know when it comes to the actual Pokemon itself, but when I see anyone else, like the actual people who were in the original show, just like, these don't really mix up together. Just the original show, because that's honestly the only one I watched. I didn't watch the continuations.
Hey, remember, Ash is the oldest 10-year-old.
Clearly.
What?
So badly that they actually rebooted him. Which is literally what happened in the new show. It's a reboot.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also for some freaking reason, the dang mother actually follows. Like, that's not how that works. Pokemon trainers don't have mothers that actually follow. They usually stay home, and the dad is non-existent.
Yeah. That was the thing. Like
every single trainer kid all had that one dad that said, "Hey, I want to go out to the store for some cigarettes." Never came back.
If you
I'm sorry.
have you watched the
lollipops,
new
because
Mewtwo
that's for kids. You know what?
Have you seen the new Mewtwo Strikes Back evolution?
No, I haven't seen any Pokemon thing, and the last Pokemon thing I saw was Detective Pikachu, and that is the only thing I've seen in the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, I watched. That was what I stopped with. Like, I'm not kidding. As I told you last time, I have stopped watching a little bit now because I stopped at the Pokemon Black and White. I'm at episode 14A because it's 2/14 because it's the same fucking story twice, but with two different legendary Pokemon with the same story.
Oh, if we're talking about actual games, yeah, no,
not the game, the movies. Like the movies. 14 Black and White, the movies. There's two that it's the same story, but with two different Pokemon as legendaries.
It work right. I get making two different games. Actually, I don't get making two different games. But at the same time, making freaking two different movies where it's the exact same movie, but with slightly bit of different, it's like, that doesn't make any sense. It would only make sense if you had a one-time viewing, where it's just like, you can only watch one of these. You pick, and once you watch the other one, there is nothing that will allow you to watch the other one. That would be the utmost
they have way to do it. Like what they did with Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, like they make a remake from an old version of like an old movie and change a little bit. Like,
I don't really like that.
That's also fine. I like that with Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. It's like it was the same base, like it's the same movie, new graphic. Didn't like the graphic that much, but it was a good, decent graphic. But it's like
one in 3D.
Huh?
Isn't that one in 3D? Or that's still 2D? Well, I'm saying, doesn't it use like 3D models, or does it still use the 2D?
I think it's 3D models now.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking. You would know.
Last 3 movies is 3D.
What's what I'm saying? Like, is it actual 3D, or is it 2D, like the shows? Would know.
I have not watched the show. I only watched the movies.
Well, the show is in 2D. You would know that. I'm saying completely 3D. There's a difference in 2D and 3D. The whole definition. Come on.
And that's why we watch movies in 4D.
Yeah, we don't really do that.
Did you remember that when that was a thing?
That was like a big thing. It still kind of is. Like, you can still get it in some places, in like IMAX theaters or something, but not really a thing anymore. It's like lost its interest.
Yeah, I watched.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have VR movies where it's like, oh hey, go to your seat. You have like a lot of space in between you, and put on this headset. Here's your controllers. You can just do that to sorta, or not even really controllers. Like you just, oh hey, it's all VR movie. It's 360 degrees. Oh wait, that means that if I look behind me, well, I can't see what's in front of me. I'm just like missing everything. Can't imagine that actually. Having to watch a movie that you paid for that's in 360 degrees, but the problem is that you're going to be missing some things because you're looking somewhere else.
But that would be that you are that would make you the main character. Like the idea is that you are basically you can't do anything, but you're the main character.
I wouldn't really put you as the main character. It'd be better to put you as and maybe you could, like, you know, you can physically move anywhere, but, you know, you can look around and your body would move on its own. Like, you know, you look around and it moves in the environment. That'd be actually kind of really cool. Yeah. But at the same time, it's, I would say like an out-of-body experience. Like, you know, you're just like some ghost that's just like looking around and, you know, you're looking around in these areas while the movie's going on. So you're able to just like, you know, see the characters, look around a little bit, maybe even move, like give you the option to like, oh hey, I want to move over to this area. Cool. Like, you know, it would have a restricted area where you can't move outside of, but just these little tiny areas.
It's probably going to be a possibility if they continue like this.
I'd say it could be, but at the same time it'd be extremely expensive because you have to create a 3D environment for them to work in rather than just, you know, compositing everything together like they do in an actual movie. Yeah, they have a completely 3D environment that you can get the movie to work in, which in a sense would be making a video game type movie for all of that. Yeah. I'd say it can happen for a couple movies here and there, but if that becomes the standard definition way to watch a movie, not very good.
Hey, think about watching Jurassic World in that way.
I'm saying it would go from like what? How much is a movie being made for these days? Like 300 million, billion? Depending on like, well, I'd say like, let's say MCU's budget. 300 million, 300 billion? I don't know what their freaking budget is. Point is, they have a very huge budget. That would basically double or triple if they had to do the whole thing in a VR experience. It'd be insane. I don't know. But back to the 4D idea, I don't really know what that whole hype was about. I've only been to two 4D movies, maybe? One was just like a trailer to a theme park or something. It wasn't much. And then the other one was an actual movie. It's like, okay, cool.
I watched Spy Kids in 4D.
I watched it in 3D, which that's when 3D was actually 3D.
No, not the 3D one. It was like the latest one that came out when they were adults.
Spy Kids 4?
Yeah.
Makes sense to actually have that as 4D, because Spy Kids 4D. Yeah, that's one thing I actually like that they did. It's like, oh, Spy Kids 3 in 3D, because Spy Kids 3D. And then Spy Kids 4
and that
4D.
Oh like, god, remember those old fucking glasses you had back then, in that time?
But those were so much better. I mean, obviously they give you more headaches, but I mean, it's just, honestly, those were better when it came to 3D. Because honestly, they turned into real 3D later, and that was just stupid. Like, I don't understand why. I mean, they had the original one, the blue, the cyan and the red, or green and pink, or blue and yellow. Those were like the colors that they used either way. Point being, back then, everything was really 3D. It'd really pop out. Real 3D, it just looks like the screen is just like pushed inward. So you can, like, if you look at the edges of the screen, it looks like it's like, I don't know, like you just push the screen back. That's mainly all they do these days. Some movies, like I think the Force Awakens or something, like I think I looked at that in 3D, I was like, ooh, like it actually pops out just a little bit. But never like Spy Kids 3D was that one time. There's the scene where that power up for whatever, like the grandpa comes out, like the pink one, and it's just like really stretched out, like out to the screen. Like I was in the back of the theater at that point, and it was just like super stretched out in front of me, like, good god. And when the time like popped out of like their chest or whatever, or, like their live count, and it just like popped out, like, oh, that was a real good 3D experience. Here lately, nobody wants to do a really good 3D experience for anything. Like, just make it a little bit more 3D. I mean, obviously you have to cater your scenes to it, but there are scenes that would work great with it that they just don't do. I mean, there's some that would really work good with it, but they just don't.
I'm not lying. Like, the fucking 3D commercial we saw in the cinemas is fucking way better than the movies.
Right.
Like if you ever had one of those, there was like this one drink commercial that had like fruits flying around it. That looks fucking amazing, but it looked like it was closed. But then you watch the movie, it's like nothing feels like it's closed. It was just like, okay.
Like I said, most of 3D experiences these days is literally just they push the screen back a little bit. Like it looks like, again, if you look at the edges, it looks like if the side of the movie is on those edges. Like as if it creates a box instead of just like flat square. It looks like a pushed in cube. Like you're the inside of the cube and you're just seeing a little bit of the left and right edges. That's the only 3D you get these days. You don't really get anything good.
Yeah. I mean, that's because I get the idea if it's too expensive, but like, still, you can still make it good in a like, if you just want to, but they don't want to. Like,
right.
Think about it. The Marvel movies probably would look amazing in 3D if they wanted it to be properly in 3D.
The newer ones were actually kind of alright. Not too great, but they're alright. Like Infinity War and Endgame. I don't know about the rest. I don't even know if I watched those in 3D. I think I watched them in 2D. I don't remember.
You're 2D.
Oh, you. Anyway.
That would be a fucking weird thing. People would only be able to see people in 2D. Like, that would be so weird. Like, if they turn around, you wouldn't see a 3D version, you would just see like a flat fucking thing turn around.
It'd be everything though, so there is literally no depth in second dimension. No depth at all. It's always just flat. How does that work entirely? Because what it basically is if like you're looking through, well no, because even to a person in say anime or something or a cartoon, to them they still have depth like in there, but in an actual 2D sense it's all flat. So how does that work?
Would we still see it in 3D, or would we be in 2D and see it in 2D? No, that's fucking messing with me right now. How would it work?
It's like no depth. I mean, it could literally look like you're looking at a piece of paper that's just like has some drawings on and like no depth added to the background. It looks like the background is literally a part of them. That could probably be what the 2D would be. Like everything in, like everything behind, say the person you're looking at, literally looks like it's a part of them instead of it actually look like it's behind them. So maybe that's what the 2D would do, and that'd be that sense. 1D, however, obviously that'd just be a circle, like a dot. That's all 1D is. It's like a dot, or like one line.
Dot. You're a dot on this earth.
So are you?
But I'm a cuter dot than you.
Nope. Nope. We some ugly dots. Anyway.
I'm a fucking adorable, okay?
Hell no.
I can go get the fucking Discord message where you call us all adorable.
I wasn't really talking to you on that one. Alright. Anyway. We talked about our little dimensions and our mind games and Spy Kids out of nowhere. Still good movies, which by the way, I might actually add that to our marathon list that I now have a way to do. 2 ways actually. So, let's look at that later.
We need to see if we can get Castle to casted.
I don't think cast, it's just cast, but it's just like, I don't really think that's going to work very well. I did find something recently, but it has some limitations. It's called MetaStream. I actually quite like it. Me and Evil have tried it, and it does very good quality, but for a good reason. All MetaStream is it syncs it together. So, in order to actually use it, both people, or everyone who's there, has to use... like have their own like account or whatever. So say you're watching Netflix or Hulu, you have to have your own account in order to watch. So basically it would sync your thing together, and there you go. Like you can actually, it has its own little browser. So you search through like, oh hey, add Netflix, and it would open up the Netflix page. You pick what you're gonna watch, put add to session, and then it pops up for everyone on a little player, and there you go. But again, both of you or everyone who's watching has to have a Netflix account. So that's kind of nice.
Fucking dumb. I need to wait this summer for Disney Plus, and I'm sad.
Yeah, there is that. And then the Discord Go Live is also an option. It is a thing that can be used.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we're gonna have to
reset. Too bad.
And now it's gonna be fucking. I feel like that's gonna take a while until the virus dies or people dies.
Wow. If people die, then I don't think that's gonna help us. I think the quality is gonna get worse.
Because less people on Discord.
Yeah, but then there's less people working on Discord. In which case,
no. I don't say that people on Discord's gonna die. I say people using Discord's gonna die.
That's what I'm saying. If people in general are dying, then obviously it would affect the people who are working on it at the same time. So therefore, we're gonna have less, like, better service. You know, we're gonna have worse service, and we're gonna have less people using that service. So it kind of goes hand in hand as if both are going down.
China.
No.
Well, I tried.
What is with people going on about that? That's so stupid.
I don't know. I heard that too. Like people apparently blame everything on China right now. It's like
because apparently it originated there or something. Like, who cares?
It started there, but it's not their fault that.
I mean,
it's
any virus or whatever can start somewhere. It's the fault of the people who will continuously spread it. Maybe it spread it from China to somewhere else, but it's the next person's fault who spread it to another area. Then it's that area's fault who spread it to the next area. If we knew about this to begin with, we could have isolated it immediately and could have stopped it spread from there. But we didn't.
It probably would have still spread, but maybe not as fast because.
Yeah.
It's probably
we've had different. I mean, we've had different like places that would actually work out nice. Honestly, on when it came to spread, but now, as of the moment, every freaking place has it right. That is normal coronavirus. That's the other thing. Coronavirus isn't exactly what we have. What we have is called COVID-19. It's a different strand, and it's also SARS COVID-19.
It's SARS 2.
Basically. But it's called SARS COVID-19. Not just coronavirus, but it is technically that.
Here's the thing. It's called coronavirus because it's the same thing as the first one that came out like 10 years ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a strand of it. Like, it's a strand, like, both, like, kind of like a mixture. I don't really know. Point being,
I think this is like a mutated version of it.
Instead of COVID. Even though really COVID's easier to say. But, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why you shouldn't drink beer called Corona, because it's not good for you.
Just don't drink beer in general. Get some better stuff. Beer sucks.
Yeah. Drink Powerade. Please sponsor me, Coke. Coke, please sponsor me because I want free Powerade.
I think that's gonna happen. The most you're gonna get is G Fuel.
Or a Raid Shadow Legend.
It's so funny that they actually came out and said we don't actually do paid sponsorships to people. We just find fans of the game and they play it and they do an ad for us. Like, no one does an ad unless they get paid, man.
And I know some that I watch says that
needs to be paid for. Some promotion, no, doesn't always have to be paid for. Like, let's say for us, for example, we have mentioned many times that if someone wants to sponsor us, we don't need paid promotion. Just send some T-shirts. If it's like a drink or something, like send over some drinks.
I prefer to have something drink stuff because I can.
I mean, T-shirt's always nice too, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if it's a T-shirt, I'll freaking turn on a webcam. I will show you the T-shirt. Like, oh hey, I got this from these guys. Go check them out. If it's a drink, like, hey, here's this drink. It tastes good. Go for that.
Yeah. Coke.
And again, when I was talking about alcohol, I said, get the beer out of here because that tastes like trash. And then there's the other stuff, vodka, rum.
Why are you drinking vodka?
Other words. that I'm not thinking of.
Stop
Tequila.
drinking vodka.
What are other liquors? Nothing.
I don't know.
I'm brain dead. I don't know. Boy bang. Do all that, I guess. Really don't. That's the thing. Okay. Responsibly. Do it responsibly. Don't go nuts. Because you'll be hurting like hell the next day. Somebody here can attest to that. I won't say who.
Have you been?
Not me. I've actually
Wait,
never
what?
been drunk. To be honest, the most I've ever drank was like 3 beers, and that didn't do anything to me.
I have never been actually drinking ever.
I've never actually
Like,
drunk. Like, I've never been drunk.
I have only sipped. That's it. But I don't
Said the
drink.
most I've ever had
like,
is 3 beers. It's just like, eh.
Here's
Give
the
up at that point.
like
Boring.
I can get the idea of drinking with friends, like the idea of it, but that's the issue also, is because it's not always about, hey, we were gonna go drink with some friends. The idea is to get drunk. It's not to just, hey, just take a beer with a friend. Like, that's not the goal. It's like,
That's how it is for a
drunk.
lot of people, but I mean, the real goal when it comes to like drinking with friends or something, it's a way to hang out. And it's just like a side thing you're doing.
yeah. And I mean,
Whatever.
you can do that without drinking, guys. I promise.
Can.
I know it
but-
sounds
mm.
crazy, but can.
But then everyone's like, but where's the fun in that? Like, plenty. Just actually go find something to do.
Just look at us. We're fucking doing a podcast that's like, there's like one guy watching.
I mean, if Candy's still
Actually-
watching this too.
No, I think he died. His YouTube died.
Cover got him.
The beer got him.
Oh no, the beer got him. God. I don't know if he drinks.
They got,
Probably
you
does.
see like big cans of Corona beer, like coming up with baseball bats, and be like, you shouldn't have done it.
No, that's when he tries to switch to Budweiser. Didn't work.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die on stream, guys.
Mm. So you talk about someone else dying, and then you start dying. Sounds about right.
You said that I wasn't allowed to die before the stream. You said I had to die in the stream.
Very true. That's what I said. Congrats.
And
You
now
actually
I'm
remember
dying.
something. You actually listened and paid attention. It's working.
You said something? I was busy thinking about the actual.
See, he
important
doesn't have
stuff.
very good short-term memory, but the long-term's still there.
What year is it? Where am I?
That's so short.
Where am I?
So short-term.
I don't know. 23 years is not a fucking short term. That's a long term.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to know what year it is, or to know what, you know, where you are, that's short-term memory.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, you
also
can
I'm
still
always
like
said-
pull random memories from before, but with short-term memory being gone, it depends on the short-term really. There's the short-term memory where you have like a daily amnesia, say like in the game Blight Dream. We got to get on that at some point. So there's
Yes.
that, where basically, you know, you have your memories for that day, but as soon as you like go to sleep, your memory resets. So basically, you lost that entire day of memory, and it'll keep going, like for the rest of your life, basically until it gets fixed or it doesn't. So there's that, and then there's the other bit where it's basically you literally cannot remember anything for a few seconds. If it's really bad, so it's just be like, you know, you start talking about something, and or like someone tells you something, like, oh cool, that's cool. So what'd you just say? Or just
No, I think
like,
that's just in general called ignoring your friend.
that's another thing too. No, in general, it's just like there's that. It's like, oh cool, that's awesome. I can't remember what I was so excited about. Candy gets it. I feel great about that thing we were just talking about. Yeah. There's a show that we like watch that basically like shows like that off, and it's just funny of a quote that it said just like Like they're screaming about something, like some noise, and he's just like, "Oh my god, what are we yelling about?" Because he has no idea. Yeah, funny. Anyway, off to random bits. So, the titles of our streams. We have our own little antagonizing bits for reasons.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Ahead.
And it's my turn to attack a fandom.
Yeah, there's gonna be an attack on one fandom that everyone will be pretty much pissed. Then there's gonna be an attack on another one where they'll be like, "Meh, justified." Because it's like it's a niche, but it's like, I'm gonna do it. If you're gonna make fun of me, I'm gonna make fun of you. Want to make sense? Even. So.
I mean, I kind of make fun of myself anyway. So your point is
go on about your questionable habits, good sir. So, yeah, you're basically making fun of me over playing a certain game, but you did buy a very questionable game. Oh, sorry. If it was in a bundle, a set of games.
I think it was like 6 games. I'm not sure if that was.
If you pay for the $1, then I don't know. It still came with quite a few. Basically on Humble Bundle, about how long would you say? A month or two? Month? Actually, no, it'd be around this month because there's like 9 days. There's like 9 days left on it. I did check earlier because I was trying to remember how to spell the name. I was like, how do you spell this? I'm like, oh, that's how. Cool. And also, I was trying to show Evil, but at that point, he was just like doing whatever. I'm like, nah, he doesn't care. So, point overall, you bought the $1 bundle.
Wait, do I share account still with Cop?
Hmm?
I think I still am game sharing my Steam with Cop.
Imagine his homie walking on that one. That's gonna be a problem. You were game sharing with me at a point, but not anymore.
Wait, did I have to remove?
I mean, it's just gone from my machine.
Huh, interesting.
And my games are gone from yours, so anyway.
I never had yours. So,
I think you did at one point. We got it at one point where I went into like TeamViewer or something, and I did it because Parsec wouldn't work. I'm like, oh, we're going to TeamViewer. Did it, done.
No, that was Cop. We didn't do that. I never had your games.
No, whatever.
Nope, it was not us.
Anyway, on to my other point. But yeah, the games you bought.
Yep, I bought games. It was $1. $1 on.
Yeah, so the name of those games, Sakura. If no one knows what that is, there are many different ones. Sakura Spirit, Sakura Christmas one, or whatever the hell. Yeah, I don't really know much of it. Sakura MMO or something? I don't freaking know. There's a freaking bunch of them.
Yeah, I got that one. I got that for in the
what it is basically just a collection of different visual novels about anime girls. And yes, it's definitely in the rated 18 in that sense, because it does show. Well, of course, if you got it on Steam, it could be censored, but point being, still shows. Still the whole point of the games. So your little questionable habits over there.
Well,
you're gonna make fun of me.
Nothing new.
Well, let's just say this: when it comes to that, it's one thing to play a game that has really nothing bad about it. It's literally just about being on a nice little island and fishing or chopping some wood off trees or freaking discovering different wildlife there that everyone knows about already, or whatever else. Or hey, visiting a friend's island. Woohoo! And then this guy says that it's a game for furries.
Yep.
And that game, Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
Yep.
He goes off to say, oh, that's a game for furries because pretty much every character is basically an animal. Like that's no. That's not how that works.
No, what I said is that everyone is secretly a furry. That's what I said. That plays the game is secretly a furry, because in the end, everybody in that fucking fandom wants to fuck Isabel, and I don't fucking understand the logic.
Not everybody in that.
Well, not everybody, almost everybody. Cross.
Still no.
But
I need to
you
pull up a
will
picture.
know because you don't watch. You don't follow weird stuff enough.
Trust me, I've been to the dark web a few times. The actual one.
We're not talking about Facebook now.
No, we're talking about Instagram. Anyway. So,
I feel like.
well, then again, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so that's a different story.
Oh god.
We haven't even got to the Mino section yet. Now, when it comes down to it, again, he's over there calling me a secret, or as a lot of people would say, a closet furry. No. No, I'm not. And just because I'm playing the game that, once again, I bought for 2 reasons. 1, new game. Why the hell not? Also, I've never played an Animal Crossing before, and I figured I'd give it a try with a newer one. If that's a problem because maybe the newer one isn't as good as an older one, that's on me. Somebody could tell me if that's the case, and I could try out an older one. Point being, I got it because I've never played Animal Crossing, and I'd like to just try it out. 2, Evil wanted me to buy it because it's co-op. They're my 2 reasons. That's it. Not made me furry at all. I do not care about the characters, because I don't know the characters. I know none of them. How does that make me anything? Well, this
I
guy
still think you're secretly a furry.
knowingly bought quite a bit of games. Doesn't matter if it's $1 or not.
I don't care. Here's the thing, you have no dignity. At least I know I don't have shame, because I have a... Are you logging out? Are you still there, sir?
No, I'm still here.
Are you sure? Can you prove to me that you're real?
Knock knock.
Can you do this captcha?
You prove me you're not a robot. Here's a captcha. Oh look, that captcha is just a check mark because we ran out of captcha ideas. Cool. Now,
like
again,
those are the worst ones. Like those with pictures, like makes a little bit sense. There you have the one.
I mean, that kind of annoys me though, the picture one, because it's always, ooh, select the crosswalk, point to all the cars, point to the traffic lights. Like, why do you need these things? And half the time when I click one, it's like, disappear, here's a new one. Click, disappear, here's a new one.
Well, you have those where you have to click in every thing that has it. Like, click all the boxes with the traffic light. Then if you miss like 1 centimeter of the corner...
Now Twitch has this login one where you have to, it's this little icon you have to rotate. It's like a horse or something. You have to like rotate to have it standing on its legs. Like, what?
Stuff.
Like, it's a 2D picture of just like a horse upside down or somewhere in a random position. It's like, rotate it until it's standing. Or like it's right side up.
I think Twitch is on drugs.
What it's doing? That is its capture.
Like it was like the one guy who like was smoking too much weed and then remembered he had words. He was like, "I need to get to work." When he get there, they're like, "We need a new idea for capture." It's like a rotating horse. In reality, it's what he says is a rotating horse. They're like, "Perfect idea, boy." Like, what? Oh, okay. Rotating horse.
I'm pretty sure now they've actually said, I don't know what it is. I think it's like every Twitch person now, like every Twitch account is required to have 2-factor authentication now. Like there's some, I forgot what it was. It's either Twitch or something else, but there's some that does require it from now on. It's not an option. Like it's required to have 2-factor authentication, which is a good thing because honestly, these accounts can hack like crazy. You never know if you can't just be one of those people like, oh, I put in this password, it's never gonna get hacked. Like, you don't know that. I've never logged on to Twitch or not Twitch, Twitter on anything else but the app. I got hacked at one point because I had someone who was trying to sell sunglasses off my account. Literally, I went to the post. It's like, oh, get these Ray-Ban sunglasses or whatever, which of course it was a fake link, but it's like Ray-Ban sunglasses for like 20% off or whatever. It's just like, what? This is what you do in my account? You've hacked into my account and you're trying to fakely sell Ray-Ban sunglasses. What? Like, okay. Which of course it tagged random people, like absolutely random people, because that's how I figured it out. The person replied is just like, hey, I think your account's been hacked. It's like, how do you know that? And it's just, they sent a screenshot and I'm like, hey, yep, it's been hacked. Let me go change that password and activate the, 2FA. Like, good God.
The best thing is the accounts that get hacked, that someone tries to log into, and you get a fucking text message giving you a code, and you're like, okay.
Another thing that was kind of funny, like, it's always like, oh, it's even worse like when someone somehow figures out my email, and then they're just like, change password, and I get an email, it's like, your account has just requested to change your password. Like, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Good job. Plus with
I barely know your. Here's the thing, I don't know your email because I have not checked it up. I think it's somewhere, but I don't think I ever.
I mean, I could tell you where it is.
Like, that's how little I care about emails, because who the fuck use emails these days? Like, only thing you use it is to log into something.
I get some stuff in my
That's
email.
it.
Most of the time, it's to tell me when I get a Keymailer game or terminals. Like, it'll just pop up in my email. I'm like, oh, cool.
Or this Twitch summary stuff, and you're like,
I don't really care about that.
oh.
But, what was I on about? Yeah, two-factor authentication. You need it. Don't be one of those people who are like, whatever. It's not hard, and plus, like, Twitch and also Discord, they have their own service called Authy, or it's not its own service, it's an app that is for that. And literally, you just go to the app, and just a code pops up on your screen. You enter that code, you're good to go. Code generator. Anyway, way back to the conversation of what we were talking about, of our titles. Again, he is over there trying to say that everyone who plays Animal Crossing is secretly a furry. Just because the entire game is about, like, having animals and everything. Even though your playable character, your character is human. There is no choice against that. Like, you cannot choose to be an animal as far as I know. You have to be human. Because, obviously, that's the only thing I've seen is just playable characters are human.
My point is, he's secretly a furry.
No.
Yes.
No, because I don't even really know the characters at all. I don't really care. I might later when I play the game, but honestly, I'm pretty sure even relationships are not even a part of the game. So, don't think that works.
It wouldn't surprise me if it did.
I mean, honestly, I'm not very sure about that, because again, I never played. Yeah. So, there's all that kind of stuff going. And he's
no one should talk about me, because I just call everyone a bitch and like, you're a bitch, you're a bitch, you're a bitch.
Yeah, watch our Halo playthrough. He calls everyone that and another word, in which case I don't want it said here. Say it starts with a C.
Oh, well, I used it. I'm not used it today yet. Have I used that word?
Yeah, it's not here. I prefer it not here, because at this point it's like, podcast, man, come on. We'll just leave that word alone. That word itself. That's, 2 words I never want here.
One of my words.
Actually, no, a few words I never want to use. I never want to be used here.
The N-word.
That's another one. Any derogatory.
That's a definite no in my stream in general.
I hate it when like just the random people want to like use that. Like you're like, oh hey, that's all cool. I'm like, you're not even like.
Oh god, I remember when you had to censor your Mario chat.
Yeah.
In multiplayer because of you know who.
Mm-hmm. Like, good god, don't do that. Oh boy. I don't know.
I have so much.
I'm not even gonna get into that conversation of why I don't like, or when certain people use the word. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it because it's pretty obvious.
I don't really care about, like, in my case, it's like, if you use the word I don't think you understand the meaning of it anymore. I say that if you're a black person using it, I can care less because they said that like it's more their thing, it's part of their culture. But when
in a sense, like for them, it's more like like saying friend or brother, or like, what's up, bro, or something. It's like it's kind of the way it happens most time. But then there's like a lot of other people who will.
It's a white person uses it. It's like they have forgotten the culture. Like
I say plenty of people.
Yeah, but like like when a white person uses it, in this case, often it's mostly those that has like people get most pissed at, is because we have a culture, an old culture with that word that is bad, and because of that, you should think we use that word for bad. We didn't use it to treat people good, like so the word does, but and that makes it like people are like, oh, but it should be like, no, it doesn't, because it's still a hurt. We have used it to hurt people. We have not used it for friendly things.
I'm just gonna say this right now. If whenever I have kids, if they even tried saying that, ooh, the discipline.
Yep, it's the gun.
No, I was gonna say soap. Soap in the mouth. Kidding.
Well, that's not gonna kill them.
I bet they swallow it. No. I said discipline, not kill. Also, I said my own kids. So, it just shows how crazy you are. Anyway.
What did you say, boy? Do you remember what happened to Jeremy? Do you remember Jeremy? Of course you don't. He died.
Dark humor. Anyway. It's called dark humor. Or dark humor. It's a thing. Anyway. So. Off to our original point here. So if there's any fandom out there that actually plays Animal Crossing, huge fandom out there, you may completely attack this guy. I more than welcome it. His Twitch, Sweden Catboy.
And don't forget to follow.
Also, you can follow if you want to, but I doubt you want to after you just heard him telling all that. So, there's that.
I mean, I say I love dumb stuff.
His other links that are in my description of YouTube. You may go attack. Have fun. Did I just initiate a witch hunt? No. That's about right. Sorry, it's a cat hunt. Have fun. It's a reversal of cat versus mouse.
You can't kill, but it's already dead, boy.
Only on the inside. Going out. That's actually my joke. Every time
here's
someone
the
says
thing.
that I'm dead,
People
like,
would be able to take me down. Like I say so much dumb stuff that I have already counted out what I fucking said 20 times already.
I mean, you do say a lot of random stuff that would honestly just would not work in a crowd. If you were near an actual crowd and you said some of the stuff, would be like, "Oh, he's not making it home." It's
like,
not.
I'm weak for kids, guys. Kill him! Kill him! He's a pedophile. Like, no. I said no. That's not. You first might. That's also a thing. Like I said, I'm weak for kids. Like, people take that out of context. They don't care about the context. They care about the out of context these days. It's so.
Well, I just said that it sounds wrong out of context. I knew what you meant. I knew that you're like, oh hey.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing. The first thing people are thinking is the out of context. They don't care about the context. Because
here's how it goes.
Why would the context matter when you can rather attack them and call them stuff? Like, why have context? Like,
who needs context?
That's so unnecessary. Yeah.
Just assume everything's out of context, and then you'll realize that everyone has their own set of questionable habits.
I mean, How that? I mean, my habit is not questionable. I'm pretty much. I just tell people what I do. Like it's not like a secret. Like, hey, I watch this. It's not like a secret.
Questionable doesn't mean secret. Questionable means that if that is a good or a bad habit. You can't really say which. I mean, obviously it's not hurting anyone else, so
anime
it's not
is
really bad.
questionable habits.
They're idiots.
You're an idiot.
Damn straight. Anyway.
No, I'm
Welcome
bi,
to the
actually,
Nerd
I'm not
Ensemble.
straight.
2 idiots host this.
Yeah, and one of them is not straight.
I am, so good for you.
Well,
Anyway.
we are fight.
Hmm?
How can we have done over 17 episodes of this without almost killing each other?
How have
well,
we...
we played Halo, that's why.
Probably because all of our hate goes towards Halo. I mean, it's either you are stubbornly trying to get into a damn warthog while I'm trying to get into a tank, and you're just like, no, you don't get to take the tank because I don't want the tank. Like, you take the warthog, get some Marines who will fire probably just as good as I do, even better.
And
possibly.
I drive them over.
Yeah, I'm saying that they could probably do better than me because I'm a horrible shot as it is. They have basically pinpoint aiming. They can point straight at the freaking person that you're wanting them to shoot. Done. Cool. Get some Marines in your warthog. I'll take the tank. I don't even have to have anyone on my tank. I'll just go. And you're like, nope, I'm killing all the Marines, and we are taking this warthog. Like that. No. And then I'm like, okay, fine, just take the warthog by itself. Like, well, then I have no one to shoot it. Like, get a ghost. Those control like crap. Like, yes, but this is your own fault for killing the Marines. And it wouldn't let me do it anyway. Like, I just wanted the tank for a little bit. He could have took the warthog and done his own thing.
Oh god, people will feel like we hated each other, but it was like...
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure people watch that like, good god, these people are just like hateful towards each other. Like, no bad blood. It's how we roll. We always have something to hate on each other about.
But that's, I feel like, here's the issue. People just think that it's like so too nice to each other. I don't believe they are actual friends. Like, they are not like true friends.
I think with me too. I mean, in a sense, it's like, say for us, for example, I mentioned this earlier, that like in our server, or I'd say my server actually, but you know, you're a part of, so awesome.
Yeah.
Server community. In that server community, point being is that we, yeah, the whole thing is we tease each other over everything. We'll make fun of each other over the most stupidest stuff that we'll do. Even if we say it wrong or we make a typo or whatever, we're gonna freaking make fun of you for it. But we're not doing it out of like spite or anything, or just hating you, or saying, you know, or just whatever, bullying, whatever. We're not doing that. That's us being friendly. That is us being friendly, is us like making fun of you because we expect you to make fun of us in return. That's the point.
Yeah.
We expect that if we're gonna make fun of you, you're gonna make fun of us. That's how we know that we're doing good.
Yeah. And that's like an issue. Like, and I feel like if you're too friendly with each other, it's more like this. Like, you don't really like that person. You're just friendly for the sake of like not being like too honest with them.
Have
like,
you seen
oh,
relationships, like actual relationships too? They're always like stabbing each other with like random insults and crap. Like, yeah, that's how that works.
No. Here's the thing: if you're a true friend, I would say is almost 100% honest with you. Well, a friend that you say what you want to hear is not really a friend. Like, sometimes it's not what you want to hear that is important; it's what needs to be heard that is important. Because that's why people don't like me that much. Is because I don't care what you think. What you need to hear is what I'm gonna tell you. And what I'm telling you, the coronavirus is only dangerous for the elders. So fuck you.
Not true still, but yeah, you know.
Well, okay, the sickly too, but it's not dangerous for everyone. It's like, and that's the thing. People are like, oh, but people should be aware of the danger. Like,
I'll say this, when it comes down to it, the ones that have like pretty good immune systems and everything, they still catch it and all that, or just average people who don't have any type of like sickness or whatever, like asthma or COPD or whatever, not like old, like elderly with like weaker immune systems, that type of thing. In any of that kind of case, if you're just the average person and you catch it, it's still gonna feel like hell because there is no vaccine for it like flu has. There is no real medicine to take for it, like, just to treat the symptoms. There's nothing there to treat it. There's nothing there to cure it. I mean, obviously, flu doesn't have a cure either. It's just treating. But it's like, there is no treatment at all. So you're going to deal with the harshness of those symptoms. So still the point is, don't go out there thinking, oh, hey, who cares if I catch it? It's not going to be fun having it. You're just not gonna have a fun time. You
should be aware of the dangers, but you should not be like, "Oh, it's fucking gonna kill me." Like, no, it's probably not gonna kill you. But
it's probably not gonna kill you. It could kill someone that's around you. If you you're like exposing it to anyone else. So, like, say if they have a weaker immune system, or if they're older, or whatever, that could happen. Or at the same time, again, you're gonna feel like hell.
It's me and Nexus, and never go outside. Well, Nexus has to go outside.
I have to go outside because I have to go to work. But of course, it's if I was to catch it, or if I think I caught it, and symptoms were popping up for it, then obviously I'm allowed to stay out as long as I tell them that. They surprisingly still kind of care. Surprisingly.
Yeah, but that's because they don't want the workforce to die.
That's why I just said surprisingly they care. Because they don't care. This is the thing. My place that I work at, they don't care about like having to fire someone. There is no attachment. Like, there's none of that type of deal. Like, obviously you shouldn't have an attachment in a workplace, but I'm saying that if you do something minuscule that would just be like, whatever, slap on the wrist, or say like, oh hey, here's how to do this better, just try doing that. No, it's just like, what, screw it, you're fired, we'll get someone else. Because they're always like, oh hey, there's always somebody lining up to be hired. Like, yes, but your turnover rate is absolute trash, because obviously every time you get someone hired in, there's always somebody quitting. Every time. It's always like, one person gets a job there, 2 or 3 people are leaving the job, or, get fired from it. Always happens. Yeah. Every time. So, they're not very smart about it. Anyway, back to the, coronavirus thing. Again, may not kill you. It, you still shouldn't be an idiot trying to go out there and be like, oh, hey, who cares if I get it? Because it's probably going to hurt, like, it's probably going to be a real annoying and painful time while you have it.
I mean, I fucking almost die every time I have a fucking cold, so.
Clearly, because every time you start coughing, you're like, yeah, sounds like you're dying.
Yeah, but that's not a cold. That's just made like fucking coughing because I have a tendency to get the coughs when I'm talking with calm.
Yeah, but imagine when it comes to.
Word, guys.
Don't do that.
That's my thing. Yeah. I can't change who I am.
That wasn't even your thing until you started watching Australian videos. Then you started saying it like crazy.
Yes. See, Australian ruins life.
What?
I don't know.
Anyway, what I'm saying is that, God, you keep ruining my train of thought here. What I'm saying is just don't try to go get it. Stay in your home, like self-isolate and everything. Oh, the Jenga thing. Yeah. So
I feel like that's us right now.
Yeah.
Like the missing pieces.
This thing. I basically made a statement like earlier where he was saying Swede was talking something about like he has no structure or anything like it, just like there's no structure in stuff he does and anything else. And I'm just like, so basically it's you're like a Jenga piece, you're basically just like Jenga but with all the pieces built like holding up the structure taken out. So basically just always crumbling, always falling, like screwing up everywhere. Like it just, all the pieces that would keep it holding up, it just fell over. It's gone. So, yeah. That's probably us right now.
That's this podcast 99% of the time, I feel like.
Yeah, because every time you start talking about something else and it ruins my original train of thought. So I'm like, I have all this, thought of like I have this huge thing I was just gonna talk about, where it's like, I know what I'm about to talk about. You say something, I'm like, well, there it goes. Like, damn it, I don't know it anymore. So,
Welcome to the world of gamers, to be honest.
Wash your damn hands.
Oh.
Pigs.
And buy a lot of toilet paper, because that's probably gonna save you.
I don't even get that. I don't. I get the point that the only thing that makes sense in that sort of way is that they're buying all of it so they don't have to leave their house later.
But like,
which, again, is stupid, because it's like, they're just like, oh, I don't want to ever leave my house, I want to be self-isolated, so I'm going to buy all this stuff that I need for, like, a few months or whatever, or 2 weeks, as they say. You do not need that much that toilet paper in 2 weeks. Buy, like, maybe 5.
Or you have a fucking issue
not
if you
20.
need all that. Yeah, and if you actually need all that, I think you need to go to the doctor and not to the store.
Also, COVID does not cause the shits. You don't need toilet paper that badly. But it's just the point that's saying, I get it, because they're probably thinking they need that for their quarantine time or whatever, or self-isolation. It's like, no, you don't. You don't need that much.
Yeah,
you really don't. Like, literally, it's not a problem to go back out, go to, say, a dollar store of some kind, get what you need, leave, go back home. Like, it's not hard to do that. But no, some freaking person decides to buy, like, a crap ton and then just stay home. Like, you're just being a jerk to everyone else. And then you're raising the prices for everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure a bottle of hand sanitizer here is, like, $6, maybe 10, 15. I don't know. It's pretty expensive in comparison to what it used to be.
I have not been in a big store in a while. But
last time I was in Walmart, and it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah, and that was before the outbreak.
No, the outbreak was still going around, just like not in my state. Wasn't really big here.
Yeah.
Now it's really big.
Now the question: if you go back to that Walmart, is there gonna be anything there?
No.
The question is the Walmart still there?
Hand sanitizer wasn't there at the time. Like, there wasn't any. Hand sanitizer was obviously already gone. But toilet paper, there's still plenty of there. Yeah, there was still not there.
But like,
yeah, hand sanitizer makes sense. Like, I can get you taking quite a bit of that. You're still a jerk for taking quite a bit of it, but point being, you can, not do that. Just, it still makes sense to have, like, people to want to hoard that, because it's like, well, yeah, it's hand sanitizer. It is something you need to be using. But no, they just take the whole thing, and then, of course, they start off with toilet paper, and I'm like, well, that's just great. And then, of course, people are like, oh, well, let's start using baby wipes. Like, there are a lot of babies around. You were taking a lot of their stuff. That's the only thing they can use. They can't use toilet paper. They can't use anything else. They have to have a baby wipe. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
And you just take that away. Like, just shows America's full of monsters.
You know how people ask how would people be in a zombie apocalypse? This is the answer.
Dude, this is the funny thing. We always joked about the idea that if we ever had a zombie apocalypse, go to Costco's or what's called Sam's Club and other places. But yeah, go there, because it is an insanely huge, a huge building full of tons of different food and like actual supplies. Like, beforehand they would have like gigantic things of toilet paper, like whatever, huge things of trash bags, whatever. It's just like they have like the huge bundled version of everything. So that's kind of their shtick. That's why we say, hey, in the zombie apocalypse, go there. Nowadays, if you try to do that, it's like, yeah, there's really nothing here. There's probably still plenty of food, but everything else not really.
It's like if a zombie apocalypse actually breaks out now.
Because at that time, it's like, there was like months, or probably even like a whole year's supply on one huge shelf of, say, toilet paper or something. So it's like, you know what? We could live here for a little bit in a zombie apocalypse, because we have enough for that. Like, if we were to need it. Not anymore. All that's basically cleared out. I need to find that picture, but there's a picture of someone in a Costco. Like, they have like, sort of like a wagon thing or something, and it just like filled like way above their head with toilet paper. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm more bothersome because people. I'm blaming it mostly on media also because they're blowing it up so too much instead of actually being like
Who?
calm about stuff. The media.
Media. They said
and not the
millennials. And I'm like,
news-
what?
The millennials, they too.
It's funny because you are one.
God fucking damn.
You are a millennial.
But I'm more one of the sane ones.
And I am one of actually the most sane Gen Z. Apparently, I'm a part of it. Apparently, millennial ends at 97. I'm
like no one knows where you are from. You're like that one person, like that no one knows where to, if they want you or not.
What is
like,
that saying?
Do we want him or not?
What is that saying? It's like
you can have
something in the middle, like a stack of weeds or something. You're just basically like, you know, saying that one unique person and like a bunch of like the exact same thing. I don't know what they're saying. Like
you're that one person in the gymnastics that none of the team wants, and they're like, you can have him. And you say that like
exact opposite of what I was going for.
Hey, I'm an evil man.
Doesn't make you evil. You're just saying random stuff.
I am evil.
No, he's evil. In his name.
Yeah, his name is evil, but I am evil.
His name has been evil for a few names now. It's kind of funny because
yeah.
Honestly, it just keeps making random stuff. I'm like, okay. Anyway.
Yeah, it's mostly because I probably gonna keep calling him evil for like forever because that's what I know him as.
That's another thing. People keep calling him for different things because he used to have like different names. So I would always say the last part of his name. Like before, it was Evil Architect, and I would always call him Architect. But other people call him Evil. Now it's Cynical Evil, and it's like, well, I just call him Evil because call him cynically, it's like that really ring. Doesn't really ring very well, so I'll just call him Evil.
So I'm playing with my friend Cynical. Wow, that fucking pain, my.
It's funny though. What's funny though is that at one point I made a joke of calling him Archie or Archie. No, it was Archie. Someone thought I said Archie because of the way it's spelled, and I'm like, no, I said Archie. So I was trying to make it a little smaller, and he's like, don't ever say that. I'm like, okay. But I don't know. People were crazy. Yeah.
I just fucking thought I saw some flew fucking past me. But in reality, there was nothing there. I am okay, guys. I'm not taking drugs.
Sure.
Yes, it's the Twitch guy. I probably used that Twitch guy with the rotating horse. Okay.
Clearly. I don't know. So yeah, back to the point of like the media is taking up proportion in some ways. Or like the media is causing like the massive panic and all that. In a way it kind of is, in a way it isn't. I mean, in another way it's like it's kind of like a back and forth, like yin yang type of deal with it, because back in the olden days no one had any type of way to know when this kind of stuff was happening. They just like heard rumors, like like with travelers or merchants or whatever. Like that's basically how they heard of these type of things, which of course was some of the ways that it got past two different areas is because of that. But you have that, and then in a way these days with media, it's like if we don't have the media telling us any of this, that kind of shows a sign of panic, because it's like we would like to know what's going on. We don't want to be left in the dark about it.
Yeah, but
then there's the other thing where it's like we rely on the media too much to the point to where it's like if if the media says something's going on with it, we believe it, and then we go crazy about it. So I mean, obviously, again, it's a bad virus, so don't think it's nothing. But at the same time, it's
Yeah,
like,
but here's the thing. That's the thing. They don't say it in a good way. They say it like it's like deadly for everyone instead of saying like, hey, it's not dangerous for everyone. Like it sounds like because of the message they get is like, it feels like people think it's bad overall. Yes, it's bad, but it's not bad. Like it's not gonna fucking kill you in your sleep.
The worst part about it is the fact that it is insanely contagious. That is the thing that's bad enough. It's not airborne, which, you know, to explain, obviously, airborne just means that being within the presence of someone can get, you know, can cause you to get it. That's not the case. Like, in this sense, it's all by a type of fluid. So, you know, say if someone, you know, I don't know, they sneezed or they coughed, or it's basically like from the vapor of your breath, like breath vapor. So, you know, if they breathed on you, yeah, you'd get it.
God damn it, people
like the water vapor from your breath could cause them to get it. So yeah, don't be breathing on people.
Yeah, stop breathing.
Stop breathing. That's another thing. That's why at the same time you don't want to touch your face or whatever. Like, you know, if you've been touching like other stuff throughout the day, like don't touch your face.
I'm sitting here touching my face because my face is itchy.
This is the other thing. Like in this example, I'm saying don't touch your face, but I'm literally touching my face as I'm saying it. Like,
don't touch your face.
Don't touch your
face.
Don't
touch your
face. Coconut like crazy.
But that's because here's my thing. Like I feel like that one thing is like, it doesn't matter if you touch your face or not. It's
the thing. Don't get it around your mouth or your nose. I think your eyes and ears also count. Don't get around that. But I mean, mainly mouth and nose because that's your respiratory. Don't do that. Don't get it around there.
But I want to eat my hand.
You. Just
okay, I'm gonna eat my
over
food,
a fire.
But...
Cook it. Careful of the bone.
All right, take the food
and the blood.
Food.
And the nerves. And the rest of the guts. Anyway.
But do you have the guts? Or the nerves?
Anyway.
I don't.
This turned into an entirely different conversation.
Bullying people that are idiots in stores.
Yeah, that's basically how that works.
This would be the last two podcasts bullying the fucking morons that's overbuying stuff.
Yeah, the last two podcasts have been about like this virus, like saying how people were really stupid when it comes down to it. Because at the same time, like I said, it's still a bad thing. It's not good to catch it, and obviously don't be going around people who really don't need to be getting it. Like again, people who have
don't go visit your grandma.
Don't do that. Anyone who has any type of immune system issues, like again if they have COPD or asthma problems or
in general, if you have a sickness that is not good, don't be.
Yeah, there's that. Also, what was the other thing I was thinking of? Oh yeah, if say someone has AIDS, don't bring it around them, because obviously you know what that is. It attacks their immune system, and basically they don't have a very good one at all. So say the cold could really be hurtful to them. That's actually true. It could be extremely hurtful for them.
And if you're a man, you're still fucking way too cold, so... So either you're a man or you have a sickness already.
Really, it's both.
I just fucking attack all men. Perfect. Equality here. I've already said dumb stuff about people online. Like I said that.
Now you're just talking trash about every male person. Right?
Basically, including us.
Yep. But, yeah, point overall, just don't spread. Stupid of you. And don't do, even if, like, here's another thing. For some people, it may not even really affect them because they may have really good immune systems. That does not mean you don't have it. That just means that you are a carrier, which means, obviously, you have it. It's not affecting you, but you do have it, and you can still spread it to people. So, you know, watch yourself.
I wish I had a fucking camera now because I'm fucking messing around with the cork to the or the bottle cap to the fucking Powerade.
I have a camera, but the problem is, like, really, I need to upgrade the camera. That's actually something I'm kind of wanting to do, is get, like, a really good webcam, or, hell, I might even save up for a legitimate camera, and then just, like, have it connected to the computer, because, you know, that'd be, like, extremely good quality. It'd be overkill, but it's good.
But also, you could have used it as a vlog camera.
Yeah, I could do that, too.
So this would be a double kill in that sense, like, you get a camera for streaming and you get a camera for vlogging at the same time. So
yeah. The thing is, like, I kind of quit on that no vlogging thing, because at this point it's like, meh, my life's not that interesting. But if I ever do anything really interesting,
we know you're not interesting.
My life isn't.
Yeah, and I said that you're not interesting, so
you're not very interesting either, buddy.
Well, we're not talking about me now, are we?
We're talking about us both here. We're the most least interesting people. Why do you think we have no one talking in our chats?
I'm blaming it on you.
I mean, of course, with a podcast, it makes sense to have lurkers, but I doubt we have any.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, though. I mean, I don't really know if you want to blame it on me, because you've been attacking people this entire podcast. Entire episode, you've been attacking.
Hey, you attacked the JoJo fans. I did attack the furries, okay?
I've attacked one community. You've attacked plenty.
But that I do that every
Animal
time.
Crossing. You've attacked freaking.
Furries?
Oh, you've attacked. Yeah, you've attacked basically men in general. I've attacked Instagram people. You've attacked Facebook. I attacked Amino people.
Okay, Facebook, Instagram people deserve it. That's not a fucking. They deserve it.
I actually have an Instagram that I don't use. Why? Because it's literally just for giveaways. Because everyone's like, oh, you know, follow on Instagram for an entry in a giveaway. Done.
Like,
just
no,
for an extra
I
entry.
kind of. That's like.
I don't use it because I don't see the point. The only time I would is like someone's like, oh, there's this exclusive bit of news or whatever on Instagram. Like, good God, fine. Alright, cool. Gone. I'm out. I don't really
have
care
a
for it.
Facebook that I never use.
Same. I don't use it either.
I have I think I've used Mess.
The only reason why I have a Facebook is because of like family or somebody wants to like call or message on Messenger, or the fact they don't have a phone plan, so that's the only way they get to talk to people is through Messenger. So they're like, oh, this is the only way I can talk to someone because I don't actually have a phone plan. Like, okay, fine, I'll keep it on.
Have you heard about this?
Don't talk with people. Snapchat thing. Because all my friends back in the day, that's all they wanted to talk on. Snapchat. Like, oh, for whatever reason. Like,
God.
why?
What like, is it with people with pictures? Like, these days, everyone's so fucking... Like, if you don't have a Snapchat or Instagram, you feel like you're not important enough. Like,
that's how it used to be, yeah. But just those two, really. No one really cared about Facebook at the time. It was just like, which, funny, because
no one has ever cared about Facebook since, like, 10 years back.
Facebook buys a lot of things. They bought Snapchat, they bought Instagram, they bought Oculus.
Yeah, but Facebook itself, no one cares about. Like,
yeah, they care about everything that they own, but they don't care about them.
Like, oh, like, Facebook. Is that like, old man media?
Facebook is the new MySpace. No one gives a damn.
Is MySpace still existing?
I don't know. Has that been taken off? I'm actually curious. Is that actually still active, or has that finally closed? Let me check. Really curious now.
Like, you hear all the jokes about MySpace?
Oh my God, MySpace still exists.
How many
exists? What? Did they like change it recently? What is this? This featured music videos, like, is that all it's used for now? Because remember before MySpace was like having your own little web page. Because you would put like a bunch of different stuff, like different background on it or something. And you have like a little music player that would immediately start playing the music that you like as soon as you enter the page. What? Yeah. Still a page.
Okay, this was a fucking handful to read. I understand that if I choose to post or share any sensitive data, this find as data revealing racial, ethnic, or origin, political opinions, religious or philosophical beliefs, trade union membership, genetic data, biometric data, data concerning my health, sex life, sexual orientation, or children's data on MySpace, that MySpace will process that data in connection with making the MySpace services available to me and expressly consent to such process. Like, I like got lost in the middle of everything. What the fuck?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, I do, but at the same time, like,
what the fuck are you like? Biometric data? What the fuck is that?
Plenty of things.
Yeah, but what the? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like,
does anyone ever read
data
those agreements?
concerning
No.
my fucking
Just
hell.
make their account. So we're gonna have in a
Music
terms
and
and services
videos.
agreement saying that we get permanent access to your login data, including your password, to use for our own purposes. No one would ever read that. It could be in the middle of the term and services agreement. No one's gonna read that. They'll accept it, which means that they literally do get it because it's a digital signature saying that they have access to your account from now on and your actual login details. And they wouldn't know about it because no one reads the damn things.
Do you fucking remember when
Guilty.
people were so fucking do you remember when people were so fucking afraid that Discord stole their data like last year?
So stupid.
And I was like, it says it right here. Like, it's just because I know I read it and I was like, that's nothing new. I knew they do that.
That's another thing. It's always like someone saying like, oh, but it like talks to third-party services. That means they're gonna sell it to that and everything. They're gonna sell the information. Like, dude.
Yeah, you
every
agreed
service. Like, yeah, you agreed to it first of all, and also that is every service ever created. They all do that. They will always sell your info. They say they may not do, but they do. They actually sell it. And they're like, oh hey, we have this info. Boom. Cool. They all do it. Twitch does it, Facebook does it, Twitter does it. Any place you log into, they'll do it. Every single person has a third-party notice agreement that says that they are allowed to share details from your usage of that service to a third-party service. All there. That's why they have those agreements, and you agree to it every time because you don't feel like reading it.
Yep.
That's another thing.
I mean,
if somebody forms a contract, like someone like random, let's say, which is actually a good thing to do. You know, if say you are someone who will get commission for something. So, for example, you know, commission for art or something. If you form a contract on that sense, makes sense to do that. But at the same time, also read those things because you don't know what the hell they're asking, or you don't know what the hell's in it. So read.
Who needs to read a contract?
Yeah, you
Here's the
say
thing
that,
with me.
but I didn't read the contract to an MCN at one point, and I got locked into it for 2 years. It was in the contract saying that I couldn't leave until 2 years, and here's the thing. I couldn't leave until 2 years was up, and if I didn't say leave that one day, it would automatically renew for another 2 years.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it would automatically renew
That's
if I didn't leave
illegal.
that day. It's not.
That is.
It's part of
I
the
mean,
contract, so therefore it's not. It's perfectly allowed to renew so long as you have to leave that day when the contract is over. Because it'll automatically renew. And there was no negotiation for it because obviously it wasn't really a two-sided contract. It was a one. It was just, hey, we get little access to your account, your account's funds, so we may send those funds to you with our added fee because you're using our service. That's that. Which is why I never use that again. Here's a hint. Anyone out there? If Awesomeness TV is still an MCN, don't use it. I don't even use an MCN anymore because obviously I can't. I'm not allowed to be monetized on YouTube right now.
No. And in general, apparently MCN these days is not actually the best thing to do.
Probably not. But I mean, honestly, just go through the Google ad thing. I mean, you're not going to get as much. The only thing good about an MCN is the tools they give you. But the problem is that there is now another party that takes some of your money. If you use the Google Ad thing, you get all of your money back. Like maybe just a tiny bit because Google takes a little bit. So, you know, if you have an MCN, Google takes a little bit of money, they take a bit of your money. And if you got like some type of premium bit onto it, they take even more on that. And then you get your money. And it's like, that's not how that works. Stay with your own thing.
Yeah.
And hell, if you ever got popular enough, maybe the MCN wants to buy you out. Don't accept. Talking to you, Rooster Teeth. How dare you? Fucking get bought by full screen. Anyway. But yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Nerd Ensemble podcast? They ramble on a lot on that thing. You can go from one conversation to another one in about 5 seconds. Yeah, don't watch it. Ouch.
Oh my god, it's like we are bullying our fans, we're bullying our set, like we're bullying everyone.
Yeah. Speaking of bullying ourselves, I have mentioned this before, but I have like 45 hours in Phoenix Wright, the trilogy, and I'm like, good god, man. I didn't know I was that addicted to the game.
Yeah,
I freaking love that.
And I was like, ha, you addict, and then I was like, just don't check my like Skyrim hours, because I have like 500.
I mean, it's a very long game on that bit. I mean, this is also, Phoenix Wright is kind of a long one too. I'm just now in the third game, unlike the, I don't know, second, third episode. I don't know what episode I'm on that one, but point overall is just like, it is the third actual game. I don't know what episode I'm on, but point is that they're very long games. Very fun. So fun, in fact, that I bought 2 of the manga. Because they made manga adaptations and I have 2 of them. Got 2 books.
Oh, yeah.
Casebook. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Official Casebook Volume 1 and 2. What I got? They do have an actual official one. Shut up. They have official ones. But I don't have those. They weren't at the store I was buying them from.
I fucking want candy right now.
Okay. Good for you. Would you like a medal?
No, I want candy.
Well, good, because you wouldn't have got one anyway. I don't know, we don't have anything much else to talk about?
We can talk about how tired I am, like...
I'm tired all the damn time, you know? Also, that's the thing with me.
Yeah, but here's the... here is something... I don't know what it is, but I feel like the last 2 to 3 days... You know, I have this day before I wake... I know I'm gonna wake up sometime. And I think... Was it yesterday? Or was it today? I think it was this today.
That could be yesterday.
Fucking... No! Yeah, well, it was yesterday for me, but today... Someone in our group DM accidentally fucking calls.
I know who.
I just feel the fucking phone vibrate.
Oh, I know who.
My brain shaded. Okay, there's nothing.
Thankfully, I was asleep during that time because that was I put my phone in my chair because I usually when it comes down to it, like people don't know, I don't have a door, so half the time somebody would be like waking up super early around the time I go to sleep these days, thanks to work. But when I be going to sleep, somebody will be waking up at some random point later, and I need some way to where I can't hear them. So I listen to some music while I go to sleep. And most of the time the phone is right there with like next to me. And today I'm like, you know, I'll just put it on the chair, put in a longer cable, good to go. So yeah, today, thankfully I didn't have to worry about that call because it was over in the chair to where I wouldn't be able to actually feel it. Like feel the vibrating of the phone, or like hear, like, you know, the vibrating of the phone would wake me up and then I would hear the freaking Discord call music. Didn't have to worry about that.
But that was the video. It was like half a second of the music and just the vibration. I thought it was a tailwind, then I didn't react for it, but I just checked the phone. I was like, I'm gonna sleep again. And then I couldn't fall asleep because like the moment I like, when I know that I'm like have woken up, basically it's like I can just go up. But last few days, like I have had this thing in my head. I don't know if it's just in the head, but there's like I can't lay still. Like I'm moving unusual much when I'm sleeping right now. Or when I'm trying to sleep or something, it's like the only way to fool me to sleep is trying to get my brain to shut down. It is shut down, but I'm trying to shut it down more. Like there's nothing. I'm not they're dreaming. I'm just fucking trying to shut it down because I want to sleep. Like I'm not thinking at all. It's making me like I can't lay still by some reason. It's fucking
ever
weird.
Heard of this thing called insomnia? Think about that.
No, because I mean, doesn't that mean that I don't sleep?
That basically would mean that yeah. Obviously, insomnia is that it's harder to sleep. It depends on the variety.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Like, either it's harder
I
to
am
sleep, or it's
I
really
have
impossible.
sleep. This is before I wake up. Like that's where the issue comes. Also, welcome American Noob to the stream. And welcome to the dumbest podcast you can ever be in.
It's not a very good way to sell a new person. Just sell
So,
our podcast.
hi,
to a new
welcome
person,
to the podcast. This is the dumbest
podcast.
podcast.
Would you like to stay? It's probably the worst one you've ever watched.
But
Like,
you want to
no.
stay? Oh, no, but you watch me play Pathologic and R6, so don't worry.
Oh, they're used to your stupidity. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm having a pretty rough time sleeping too. I mean, mostly because, again, it's not that I'm having the worst time sleeping. I'm having the worst time waking up. I can't not sleep. It's really difficult. It's like... It's not narcolepsy, because obviously that is, like, falling asleep at random points and you have no real control. Like, depending on, again, variety. But... It's more so, it's just that I am always tired. There's never a time when I'm not tired anymore. I'm always sleeping. No matter what. Always be that. Because of how much I work now. Like, I get home at like 6:40 or 6:50. Then I stay up at least maybe to 7:30 or 8. And then I can't go to sleep until like 9. And it's just like always that. And I feel like I'm tired as hell as soon as I go to work. And any day I'm off, I sleep very long. I'll sometimes sleep till like 6 in the afternoon, or like 6 at night, whatever, to 8. I think like Friday, I slept till 8. Like I woke up maybe once or twice, was like, I'm way too tired to get up right now. I just like, fall back asleep. Slept till 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, good God.
What's that? Did you do that yesterday? Really?
Friday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That's 2 days ago. Yesterday was Saturday.
Yeah, technically yes, but you know how we work.
I know. But I'm just saying, anyway, Friday. Point is, yes, I did that. I slept until 8.
Huh.
So?
Yeah, I remember, because I think you was up and was like, what the fuck happened? Like, you were so
Yeah,
fucking...
I was just like, what the hell? It's 8 o'clock. Damn it. Like, I both am okay with that and hate that. I'm okay with it because I'm like, obviously my body needed the sleep, so it's better that I do that. And 2 is, I pretty much slept away my day. Like, that was my day off. And I just slept it away. And that gonna happen yesterday, probably gonna happen again today, when I go to sleep. It's just like, I'm gonna sleep away most of the day, and today's my last day off. Sunday. Last day. Then I have to go back to work for 2 more days, then I'll be off for 2 days, then I have to work a freaking weekend.
Yeah. Let's see if we're doing anything on Wednesday or not. Hopefully, we get through that weird game we have that we need to fucking play.
And somebody keeps one.
Because I want to play that game because it's late. You just like you start up. I'm starting up the Xbox and I'm saying the game. I'm like, yeah, I wanna play that sometime, but I have to wait for next week because it's gonna be more fun if we both have the same reaction when we fucking play it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still probably just gonna make a video out of it, but again, I'll have to use OBS because whatever the hell happened to the Elgato software, I think I've tried talking to them about it before, but they haven't really said anything. I want to try it again at some point and be like, hey, what's happening here? It's that every video I make now, it corrupts. Which again, one of the main issues that I didn't think about before until we started the stream, graphic drivers. I don't update them on that computer. I probably need to. That'll probably help a lot. I don't update them, and they probably really need it. So.
Oh, breakfast. I ate before the stream. I had a fucking sandwich.
I ate around when we started, and it was just a snack. Like a very small snack. I'm not really hungry, but I have the appetite. That's the other thing that I kind of hate about lately. Like, with me working and everything, my stomach's kind of shrunk. And it's because I don't really eat, like, large foods or anything. I just eat, like, smaller stuff. So lunches or something. So, stomach's definitely shrunk. And I could basically eat something that I used to be able to eat just fine normally. And it's like, I'm full. Like, I don't want it anymore. I'm full.
So basically,
actually, no, it's not that I don't want it anymore. It's that I do want more, but I'm full. It's like, you know, I'm feel full. I'm like, I can't, no. I can't have any more of this because I'm already full. Or it's like, I'm not full at all, but I don't want it. Like, my appetite just disappears. I don't know where it's like I'm eating something, and I don't know where it's just like, I don't want anything anymore. Done. It's just, meh. It's not that it's bad food. It could be really good food.
Burger.
It's like, wow. Like, it's not that it's bad food or anything. It'd be really good food. It's just that I don't really want anything to eat now. So just push it aside.
Here's the weird thing about me. I always have that weird appetite. Like, always. Like, when I took the medication for my ADHD, like, I knew the medication made me eat less. I know that because it was one of the side effects of the medication. That was always gonna be. But even now, sometimes it's like I can eat. Yes, I'm still fucking hungry, but I'm like, I don't want to eat because it's not the appetite is good. It's like I just don't want to eat.
Well, that is appetite. Appetite isn't like you being hungry. It's the thought of food. Like, it's the something that you want. Basically, appetite is just like you wanting to eat or not.
Or you have this. Have you had this like issue when you go out to the kitchen, like looking in the, like, what do they have? What can I make? And then it's like, I don't want anything right now. Like,
that's how I feel a lot of times. It's like, beforehand, I would always, like, I had no problem eating cereal at any time of the day. I still don't really have a problem with it. But it's just like, I go in there sometimes and I'm like, I really just want a meal. Like, I really want something that's good. There's nothing I can get. And it kind of makes me wish I knew how to drive. Because at times I just feel like getting in a car, driving off somewhere, getting some food, and coming back. Like,
I cared about the bike.
Yeah, sir, I don't live in a very small town where anything's just like a mile or two away. It's many miles. 30.
Have you heard about
40.
the bike?
Again, I'm not gonna freaking pedal all the way there. That is a very long bike ride. That's like 2-hour bike ride from.
Have you heard about an electrical bike?
Same difference. Electrical bike just for lazy people.
So your point?
Again, it literally probably has the exact same speeds. It's just for a lazy person.
Yeah, it fits you. You're lazy.
I talk, buddy. You're the one who won't do anything.
Hey, this self-installation stuff has been very good for me. I've done it for like at least 10 years.
Yeah, you've had self-isolation for quite a while now. I mean, sure, I had it for about 2, almost 3 years. And I got myself a job. You know what? I'm actually making pretty good money. So,
and then
it's a job I'm not really a big fan of. I mean, it's not really a job I'm a fan of. I don't like the job. But I get plenty of money out of it, so I'm still working.
I totally should have used to rob the bank.
Again, not gonna happen. Not gonna rob a bank. Look at them, I did it.
I ain't gonna fucking rob the bank, okay?
I ain't gonna rob a bank.
Stop asking me.
I ain't
Stop asking.
No bank robbing here. You say ain't, and it's gonna
Almost...
trigger like the freaking terrible southern accent. I ain't gonna do it.
Also, I'm on season fucking 13 of Supernatural, and I'm like, why am I still watching this?
I haven't even made it that far.
Like, I'm on 13, I'm like, I already know how this is gonna end. One of these people is gonna fucking die. Someone is gonna fucking die, and then someone else is gonna be like, then they're gonna come back in next season some fucking how. And then, and the world's gonna end again. Like, can you, like...
Yeah. Like I said, it's not on my...
And I think it's season 15 is coming soon, and I'm like... Can you give... And the issue is...
Honestly, I don't
know.
They ever will. You think they would have, like, you know... Whatever, You think they would have run out of ideas at this point because they've basically covered every mythology and every type of religion going through, and it's like, no, we still got some going. Like, how? Where are you pulling these ideas out of your ass?
No, like they're recycling, but they just put a new twist on the recycling. They like reuse the same idea, but the world go under, but in a different way.
Because everything gets recycled into there. I don't know. I mean... No,
because at least that gets flushed down the toilet.
I mean, there's a lot of good TV shows that, like, really do good, but they always have something they can, like, run out of when it comes to ideas. Like, there's always some way, somehow, it's just randomly gonna happen. That's a lot of shows. I mean, hell.
Hey, what the fuck? That flickered. Now I'm done listening to much fucking... I'm starting to say fucking flickers of light. Supernatural is getting into my head.
Yeah, like I said, just look at Arrow, for example. I mean, hell, that was running out of ideas pretty quickly. I mean, it had the ideas, but it did poor execution. General,
like, superhero shows in general have a tendency to be like, we could do... A lot of times
they'll have those seasons where they just, like, they do terrible at, and then later they pick up and they're doing pretty good at it again. I mean, that's kind of how Flash went, because it was doing great in the beginning, then it kind of got downhill, then it started raising up, and now it's actually pretty good. It's doing pretty nicely.
I'm not that big of a fan of Flash. The only reason I'm watching this fucking stuff is to fucking...
You are just not a big fan because of the... anything dealing with time travel. You're always like, oh, that's fucking terrible. Like, you're fucking terrible.
Well, also it's because Flash is like, he's like kind of boring. That's why I prefer Arrow, because at least he doesn't have superpowers. He's just fucking...
That's the thing with him, though. I actually thought that show got kind of boring after a little while. I mean, I'd watch it because it still had some plot points that were okay, but it definitely got kind of boring for me. Yeah. It's like, there's no twist. There's no real action to it. It's just like, woohoo, I'm a guy with a friggin' bow who apparently can't kill anyone now because I'm not a killer, boohoo. Oh, well, look at that, all this other stuff happens. Like, you're just...
Batman doesn't kill either.
I'm just saying, it's really dumb. I mean,
but no one...
It's not the problem.
Okay?
That's the thing. It's not that because he's not killing. I'm saying that it's boring. Just him in general. Boring. Like, the show in general got really boring after a while. Because it's just like... You're not doing very good at making villains. You're not doing very good at getting good plot lines going. Everything is just going terrible.
Yeah.
Good ending, though.
I said this, like, after season 4 started to go downwards for Arrow. Like...
4 was pretty bad. 5 had its moments for sure. 6... I don't know what the hell they were even trying to do with 6. Like, it just... Oh, hey.
What was it? Was that the one where they just, like, jump skip for... No, that was season 7. Like, they skipped, like, for... like, the future and the fucking... Now, and you're, like, sitting, like...
I think 6 started that.
Was it season started? Yeah, that fucking messed with my head because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, can someone explain what's going on? Someone.
Dang.
No.
I don't know. I mean, there was that, and then
Gotcha.
7. Well, actually, no. No, 7 started, I think. The hell stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever Elseworld was going on, I think that's season 7.
I think that's 6.
No, I think
That
that's
was
7.
6.
Elseworld
7 was when he gets removed from the world. 8 is when he comes back. I think.
No,
I'm fucking confused.
No, that's still.
The crisis is
Well,
now.
that was the thing. That wasn't a crossover when he did that. That was just at the end. Still, I think it was season 7 was actually.
Yeah, but here was the thing. Elseworld is based. The end of 7, I think, is based on Elseworld. That was the season before.
No,
So
I'm saying
the same.
no. Elseworld was the same season. It just later it happened.
So he dies in the same season that the Elseworld was in.
But he didn't die.
Well,
Not at that point. Spoiler alert for anyone watching or not. I mean, it's been a few weeks. It's been since December.
I'm gonna say this
so
anyway.
obviously we have the
It's
idea
still fucking
we're able to
confusing,
say.
even if you don't, if you have those, even if you're not
It's not
caught
even that
up.
confusing for me. It's pretty simple to tell. I mean, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but
This is actually a point when I'm not trying to make fun of you, which is a goddamn shocker. But I'm just saying in general that honestly, when it comes down to it, there are some people who really cannot grasp some plot points, and it baffles me as to how they can't. I've seen people get super confused about some things.
Here was the thing that was so confusing because there was no way to transcend. It was mostly the jump between the future and now that made me be like, what the fuck? Why do you have these scenes when it doesn't add anything? Like, couldn't you just done the whole season like this and then be like, this is the future, and then be like, but this is what, or do like an episode each for like an episode like. This was just confusing. I was like sitting there be like, oh, this happened. Like, they basically did the same story in the future like they did in the past, and it's like, why this is confused? Why can't you just show one side? I don't care about the future. The future can go die.
Because I mean, before the show had flashbacks, so instead they switched to flash forwards. That's kind of the whole like secondary plot of every single Arrow episode was to have flashbacks. Then they ended them because they had no, they didn't have any more story to tell within them. So they started doing flash forwards.
Yeah, that ended like season 5. That was like the last season I think that had flashbacks. So season 6 has like had a few flashbacks, but there was not like big ones. That was like something more like that was for the time being. Yeah, I prefer DC super the Legends. At least they.
That's the thing when it comes to that show.
I mostly prefer Sarah. What is
when it actually comes down to Legends, though, I mean, especially here lately, is the thing that they go extremely wacky. That is their thing. It's just anything that could be the weirdest, out of freaking nowhere thing they can do, they do it. Which honestly, I think is actually great because I mean, you gotta imagine how much fun they're actually having filming the thing.
The best thing is probably when they made because the Elseworld didn't include them, was it? Yeah, there was the Elseworld.
Yeah, it didn't include it because they were having their own crossover, as they say. But
they made
was
fun of it because
they made fun of it. It was like, oh damn, wait, we missed the crossover. No, wait, that was a new one actually. They did that. No, they were just talking about like, oh, them. They were just having their crossover, whatever. It's like, we would have invited them or
did their
help,
own crossover thing where they just when they dressed up as Arrow, Flash, and
yeah. The thing is, like, this is actually just a quote that is a little bit of a spoiler of the new one of Crisis. It's just of what they said.
To watch.
I know.
I can watch both Legends and Arrow, but the issue is the first episode of Legends is hour 5. Or it's like hour 4.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm like, can you just give me Flash, Batwoman, and fucking Supergirl so I can fucking finish this sometime this decennium?
You will this millennium, sure. This year, probably not. But the only thing I'm gonna say, it's just again, it's a quote, is basically they were talking about stuff that happened during Crisis, and they're just like, wait, we missed a crossover? What? Like, oh wait, we missed a crossover moment? Damn. Like, wow. The fact that they say that all the time, it's like, what is with these guys? Like, it's just... they're always breaking the fourth wall and everything they say. Great. I don't know. Anyway. What I was going on about, just shows, always getting boring. At the same time, when I was saying about people who don't grasp concepts, because like, this is so confusing, it makes no sense, and I'm like, how doesn't it make sense? Like, it makes perfect sense, or at the very least, it makes a graspable sense. Like,
or you have that show that's like makes sense, then they threw in something that's just like, wait, what does this have to wait? Like, why did you throw this in? This doesn't do anything to the show. Like,
what really annoys me, really, is that when people are like that, they're like, this makes no sense. Why did it end like this? Why did it do all that? Like, it's like, you really need a definitive ending and all that other sense. Like, why can't you just have concept? Like, inferable type of concept. Like, that's one good, I mean, that's actually a good thing to have in shows sometimes, is like, they leave the ending up to the viewer. Or the reader, or whatever, if it's a book or whatever. Just like, they leave it up to you to formulate your own idea of stuff that can happen, and honestly, it brings a bunch of different theories that really make it actually pretty great. That's how it becomes like a very good ending, is because you can think of many different ways that it could end, but you don't know how it could end. So it just constantly keeps going of how
what
could that
do you
work.
do as a actually just the same end in like 14 season ends? And people still enjoy that show, and I'm like, I watched this just to fucking finish it. I don't really, I'm bored as fuck watching this, but I'm just watching it to finish it.
Yeah, then they just have shows that don't want to end. It's just like, you have plenty of ways to end it. There are many shows that could have ended earlier, and I think it'd be perfectly okay to end it at that point. But like, no, we need to continue it. Like, I think that's actually what happened at between Arrow Season 3 and 4. It's like, with Arrow Season 3, it's like, they made a perfect ending there. Was that the one with Slade? No, that was the Slade one. That was the Roz one. No, Rozagol.
So Season 2 is Slade?
Yes.
Huh. Anyway, that's like probably one of my favorite seasons. Even third one is good, but Slade one is like
the third one, it's like they had a perfect ending for it. And basically 4 comes around, it's just like, I don't really think they had any energy towards it. Like, they didn't really put any towards it. It's just like,
That's the dark one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of mention, yeah, dark is a lot. Dark exists. Like, that's the only thing we've ever known. It's like, it's mentioned in season 3.
Yeah, they mention him saying like, oh, he's like a very powerful enemy. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, it's a reference. It's not really a thing to go off about. It's just like, oh, it's a reference. And then they're like, hey, you know that person we referenced last time? We're gonna make it the main villain now. Which they did in Flash.
And then he's fucking main villain for like 3 different shows.
Yeah. Which some they did in Flash too. They also did in that show. Which was, you reference them, they become it. Which they actually did that every season. Every season they had that. There's something you never really notice. They reference it. Oop. Yeah. They do reference a lot of stuff in shows like that. You gotta pay attention about.
Yeah, I didn't. I stopped listening because Barry talks too much.
He's the main character. What do you expect? I'll say though, honestly, the best season, the first one, The Flash. It is the best season.
Yeah, but you have a little bit of a fucking.
No, honestly, it's that theme. It's not really about him. It's the theme. Like, it's the overall theme between, like, you know, Barry and, like, you know, his character and interactions with everyone else. Like, it is the perfect, like, way a show could go 2 comes around, which it still kind of has that theme in a sense. It's still there. But then 3 just loses it. Like 3 is kind of losing it like really badly. Then they throw that theme out the corner, and then they create
5 like becoming more serious? Like it's
no, that was like 3. 4 was entirely not serious until later. I mean, it became kind of serious, but it's just like 4 was like the hilarity one. They wanted to put comedy and everything, which I'm not against because I did love the comedy. Isn't that the one with
the guy in the chair?
Yes.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then season 5 was the one with Nora.
Yeah. I like that season.
And 6 I have not seen yet because it's not out in either in America's Netflix or.
I'll just say that. That thing goes crazy.
Yeah. I'm mostly waiting for Batwoman to be released on Netflix because oh my god.
When it comes to Batwoman, I'll give like a non-spoiler review. I don't like it that much. I've watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes and I stopped.
But
I'm saying it when it comes to this. It's just that it felt like they were trying to pull another Arrow, but failed miserably. Like it just.
Why didn't they just go Batman style on it like they should have?
I mean, they kind of do, but it's like it fails. Like it doesn't work. It's all that. It's like they try different styles. They go like, in a way, how Arrow is, which obviously Arrow is doing the Batman style because that is what it is. They basically turned Arrow, the comical relief guy who has nothing really serious going on, and turn him into a dark and brooding character. They turned him into a Batman type character. And now they're.
Well, I'm more excited about fucking Smallville. I feel like that's the most interesting thing in Smallville because I want to fucking see him.
I mean, go see it.
I mean, in the Arrowverse also. I want to see.
Oh, you want to see
like that? Just because
like that,
he's such. Yeah, I want to see him, the classic Smallville, like.
Whatever his name is, Tom Welland? I don't know his name.
I don't remember his name, but like
it's Tom something.
God, that show was amazing. Like that was a show that could go for 11 seasons. I do love that scene
in Crisis because that's when he shows up. It's in Crisis, but I mean, I love that scene. That's a pretty good one.
Like, was that not a show that did go like 11 seasons, or was it more
10.
less? Like yeah, that was a show that could go that long because they could at least do something
about it.
That's the
thing, though, when it came to Smallville, like it's the same thing that when it came down to it. I mean, the one thing I liked, Smallville contained everything within its own universe, but it took everything from DC. It's like all the different like type of villains that could be faced, all the different heroes that were put into place. They all were in there. So even Flash, which was it was the later Flash, not Barry, but Bart. Or was it Wally? I remember it was one of the two. I think it was Bart. But point is, had him, and then it had Hawkman. It did have Hawkman. It had another Green Arrow, which still kind of tried to be comical. It tried to be comical, but at the same time, it's like he still tried a seriousness every time and then. I wasn't a big fan of his voice, like he tried. He's like, he talked normal, and then it's just like, oh, don't talk on me. Like, just shut up. Why is your outfit just sunglasses? Like, a hood and sunglasses? Like, just make a mask.
Or you just do do Superman style. Put on glasses.
Yeah.
Cause that's crap.
Well, he did. He put on sunglasses. There's nothing that made no sense. There was a later. That's another thing in Smallville. In a later episode, they literally have it where he like goes to the future in a way and sees his future self and future Lois Lane and all that. And it just like he's walking around with no glasses on, and he's just like, "What are you doing? Put these on. Put these on." So no one recognizes. Like, what do you mean? Like, obviously it shows he's Superman at that point, and it's just like, dear God, why? How did anyone fall for that? Especially him in that sense, or anyone else. How does anyone fall for just like, hey, it's like, take the glasses off. Oh God, it's Superman. Put it on. Oh no, it's just Clark Kent. Never mind. The thing with Supergirl, it's like, oh hey, or even in the show, Supergirl, it's like, put on the glasses, put the hair in a ponytail. Nope, I never notice it. Never notice. Even they sound the same. Like they could talk to him on like a communicator on a phone. It's like, can you not tell the difference? Flash. They do the same thing. It's like you'll have Barry talk to somebody, and then you'll have them like in person. And then later it's like, oh hey, I'm talking to the Flash over the comms. Like, do you not notice this? Can you not notice he's the same person? At least him. He can vibrate his voice to where it sounds different, but still.
Yeah, at least he can be different, but like then you have like again Clark or Kara, like
no, they don't know anything.
No, okay. There's something no.
And plus, he can also with Flash, he can vibrate like his face to where you can't actually see his eyes or his mouth area. So you can't really see anything around there to know like if they look the same. But
yeah.
When it comes to, again, them, they hide nothing. Their face is out in the open. It's like, put on some glasses. Like, has anyone ever thought, hey, look, here's Supergirl. Let me Photoshop some glasses on. Oh my god, it's Kara Danvers. Like, good job.
Nope.
Same thing with Superman. Let me put some glasses on him. Oh my god, it's Clark Kent.
That just proves that millennials are fucking dumb.
Like, Photoshop some glasses on top of him. Like, oh, I'm just gonna put these little goofy glasses and then put some. It's like, wait a second, that guy looks familiar. Looks over, it's like, holy crap, same person. Jesus. Of course, they could probably just be like, oh no, like a twin brother. It's like, so, shouldn't he have powers then? It's like, like, done where?
Well, isn't there some fox in the fucking agent department that doesn't even know that Kara and Supergirl is the same person?
I don't know.
I feel it's like people like everyone seems so surprised that the car is like Supergirl. Yeah.
When it comes like the fourth season, I haven't even gotten done with that one yet.
Nor have I, because it's not coming. Wait, is that the one that's coming out?
The fifth one's the recent one.
Oh,
like,
so
the most recent.
Okay, I've
the
seen.
The fourth one is that I haven't finished.
I'm questioning everything
about alien discrimination one.
Is that season 4?
Yeah, that's season 4. It's alien discrimination one. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't finished that one yet. I'm like halfway through it, and I just stopped watching it. That was months ago. It's not that I don't want to watch it. It's just that I started watching other things, and I got interested in watching them, and I just haven't picked it back up. Which, fun fact, I'm actually watching a show now, which some people think like, why the hell are you watching that? Like, funny references.
It seems familiar about you any midway. It's not like you've done that before, like with games.
Yeah. Like I was I don't know. It's kind of funny though. Like I said, again, a show I'm watching, which is mainly for kids, but it's also for fans of the thing it's based on, which again, Sonic Boom. It's for fans of Sonic, and it just makes fun of itself a lot, and makes fun of like old stuff. But there's a quote in it that I'll say where it's just like, there was one quote that's saying something like they need to stop like rehashing characters and recycling all these like same plot points and everything, and just everyone just looks around like all awkward, like just like starts whistling and everything. I'm like, they know it. Yeah, Sonic people, they know. And then another quote where it's just like, oh, I love when like they're talking about some random game. They're just like, oh, I love the 2D version of this game. It never really worked out in 3D. It didn't really get very good. Like the games were kind of terrible after that. It's like they're talking about the Sonic games. Good in 2D, turned 3D, and they started turning terrible. Making fun of everyone. Yeah, so fun show. Fun show. Sonic Boom game sucks, but fun show.
You suck.
Sonic Boom game does suck. It was Forces, and I bought it.
I didn't even buy Forces. I got it for free.
I bought it because I wanted it, and also it was cheap. Even if a game does suck, I still want to play it. Why? Because why not? I want to make that opinion myself. I've seen it.
One day,
I've seen
guys,
play
I'm gonna force this guy to play Fallout 76.
Except for that game. That's one game I don't want to play.
Yes, and I'm gonna force you to, because
well, again, you have 7 games that you are freely allowed to force me into, because I'm forcing you to play. And 7
because of that, I'm thinking like, because I gotta make
if we play all the Halos, this technically means I get to force you into an 8th game because then I'm going to force you to play Halo Infinite when it comes out.
I mean, that means that also you mean you give me an 8th game even. God.
Sure, that is one extra game.
Well,
like I said, I would make you play the Halo Wars games because they're RTS and all that, but it's like, you don't really need to. I'm not really trying to push that. So, like I said, we could play them.
Are you trying to avoid me forcing you to play too many games?
Well, that's the thing. We're kind of... I mean, it's kind of fair. I'm forcing you to play these games that you didn't really want to play. So go ahead. Diablo kind of doesn't count, but at the same time it does. It's like, it doesn't count because I do like Diablo, so really it wouldn't be much of a force. And 2, it's like, it kind of is,
so
at the same time it's like, it's Diablo. I'm not really much of a big old fan.
But it's also like one of the few games, like, in hardcore it's more fun, but like, if you play...
Awesome name, by the way. Thank you for the Sparks. Again.
Sparks! I like Sparks too.
Yeah, they're from
That's fucking... I don't know what the fuck that... No one... Huh? No, still, we don't fucking know what they does. They just exist. Well, if you say that you like Diablo, then you could say... I'm still gonna play through a game of Diablo, because I have already completed Diablo like a few fucking times.
For the record, we're talking about Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3, I played a Reaper of Souls now. I played...
Well, it wouldn't matter. I was gonna say, do you have all the DLCs of it, but it wouldn't matter because I don't get the base game. Because PS4...
The Reaper of Souls is the whole game. That doesn't matter if you... Because the base game doesn't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't know if it would become that full thing, or if technically it gives you the base game and the DLC at the same time. Like, you know, sometimes I'll do that.
You don't gonna get the Rise of the Necromancer, but you're gonna get the Act 5. You're gonna get Maphael.
Well, regardless. Yeah, that's I'd be into it. Just at the same time, speaking of Blizzard games, I really want to play World of Warcraft on stream at some point. Just like, it's not gonna be something I'll be playing a lot of. It's just I want to actually start up a new character on it. Fully randomized, by the way, because I'm probably just gonna get like a number generator and just have it constantly randomize my stuff, or people can pick it for me if there's people in the chat picking it. But overall,
I can join you on that. I have the disc of
well, you don't need it anymore. You can just go to the launcher and install it from there.
Yeah, but then you have to buy it. But if I have the disc, I don't have to go to the...
No, you don't have to buy it. It's Starter Edition. It's for free. Starter Edition lets you level up to 20.
But at least I have everything up to Legion.
We're talking about beans. Talking about you. When it comes to beans, though, we should really get the Life is Strange thing going. You know, Frank, his beans. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, World of Warcraft. Like I said, do actually want to play that because it's been quite a while, and I do like the game.
I don't like it, but I wouldn't mind playing with someone.
I mean, it's really part of like my childhood thing, because I did play it as a kid and thought of my dad and everything, just like kind of got me into it. And I never was one of those people who try to level up like crazy. Like I didn't go like super far up into 70 or like whatever the hell it is now in the hundreds. But it's just like I don't do that.
I think it's like 115 or something.
But yeah, and obviously, I think the furthest we could get is in the first game's storyline. And again, it only levels you up to 20. That's the highest you can get to at that time, or during the starter. After that, you have to, you know, pay a subscription. Sounds nice.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I never got into.
Yeah, I hate subscription type of games. Like the games that absolutely require the subscription. There's a difference on some that are great. Like for example, the Xbox Game Pass makes sense because obviously I get plenty of games with it. That's different. But a pay to play type of thing where it's like you have to pay a subscription every month in order to actually play the game. Like I don't like that. Like,
I would say if they give out every DLC and everything in the game for free, and you don't have to buy anything, and they say, yeah, you have to pay.
No, not anymore.
No, I don't think they give out the DLC, like the expansions still cost, but like you can probably get the base game these days for free.
That makes no sense. Why would they do
Like,
that? Like, why would they have? I mean, they did it, and obviously I own 4 of them, but it just I don't understand the point of having a subscription-based game, but it also has expansions that you need to pay for. I mean, it's one thing if it's like low price, say like 20, 30 bucks, but if it goes up to 60 like it was, it makes no sense. And I was in, actually, you know what? I have been in 2 midnight launches. One was for Wrath of the Lich King. That is the one I was in a midnight launch for. Like, I was in a midnight launch for that expansion in order to get it. And the other one was obviously for Battlefield 3, but that's another discussion. But seriously, like, I don't understand that anyway. It's a lot of money. Having a subscription to something and then doing that. So how much is the subscription actually? I'm not considering it, but I am curious. How much does it cost?
Like $6. No, it's not $6. It's like, I think it's like $10 a month.
That's not too bad, especially for someone around like how much I make. But at the same time, I wouldn't really want it because I don't play it that much. And also, it's 40 gigabytes of space.
I'm gonna say check here. World of Warcraft.
Plus, they do have World of Warcraft Classic, and that might be something I'd be interested in because it's literally.
They still have a subscription for it.
It does. Hold on. You don't need to pay the $15 per month. Yeah.
That's the issue. It's like, it's a too high of a price for an online game that I would rather play. If I wanted to play it, I would rather play it for free.
I think it's a while back. Hold on a minute. That was in 2019.
It's $12 right now.
Make sure of that. Yeah, so for 6 months, it's $12.99 per month.
It's €12.99.
Yeah, it's $12.99 per month for 6 months. For 3 months, it's $13.99 per month, and then 1 month is $14.99 per month. So basically, it's not actually that per month. It is per so often you get like a huge payment. So for example, this 6 months, right now it's like there's a 13% discount. It's $77.94 for 1 payment every 6 months. Technically, you do save money, obviously.
110 is the highest level right now. I was off with 5 levels.
I noticed. But it says right here, the 6 months, like you save $24 per year, which is a lot of money. If it's just that per year, it's like, that's so much money to me. Woohoo, I saved $24. What? I'd rather pay the $15 per month. But no, I wouldn't want it. What does it come with? Includes levels 1 through 110. Includes levels 1 through 60. Craft Classic. Classic system. Includes access to World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft Classic. I think you still need to buy the other games. Buy the expansions. I don't know if it actually comes with them.
I don't know.
I don't know. Point is, I do like the game. Back in the day, I would always like add mods to it because it'd be the best way to do it. Back in the day when it didn't have a quest tracker, you actually had to mod that into the game. You had to modify a quest tracker to show an arrow on the screen where you were going, because it wouldn't tell you where you're. Like, it would show on the map where the mission was, but there was nothing telling you where to go. Like, you just had to chart the map, chart the path yourself, and go. So it's like, that's kind of annoying. So we had a mod in the tracker. But, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I've never been a big MMO fan in general, though. That's the issue with me.
It really wasn't much of an MMO type of deal, because really I never really, I mean, obviously I'd run into people, but it's just some of the stuff that it allowed to do. It was always nice. Plus the soundtrack was really good. Love the soundtrack. kind of wish they would have made a better movie adaptation, because like for the longest time it was always, oh hey, we want a movie adaptation, but then they made Warcraft, and it's like, I mean, granted, it was a Warcraft, not the World of Warcraft story, but Warcraft was for it. It's like they didn't really do a very good job at adapting this. Like the games were way better in story. Great story.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, when it comes to Diablo, I haven't played it in the past. I played it on the 360.
I played
because
it too.
I
had
rented the Reaper Souls or whatever. Like I
have the River Souls in a physical copy on PS3.
Yeah, it was a physical for 360. It was a rented copy because obviously I didn't really know if I'd like it. I mean, I was told it was good, so I'm like, okay, I'll rent it. And I played it. I'm like, oh, not too bad actually. I mean, it's kind of different, much different than Warcraft is in any way. I'm like, all right.
I kind of like the game because it's like,
it's more of a dungeon crawler than anything.
Like it's one of those games that's like, you're not forced to build your character as one way. Like you don't, there's not like a specific way you have to build a character for it to be perfectly good. You can build it a little bit how you want it. Like too many games these days, like if you're gonna play this type of character, you have to build it exactly like this. Like if you play this class, it has to be built like this. Like, but that's the thing with like, you have like the monk in Diablo is like, it's a tank damage dealer. You can build it like a fucking tank. You can build it as a healer, and you can build it like a damage dealer. I normally build it like a fucking damage dealing healer. Like, fuck, the monk is overpowered. Yes, the characters has the idea of what they're meant to do, but like, God, you can make the barbarian fucking that is meant to be a more of a tank can be a fucking damage dealer if you want to.
Yeah, that's another thing that has a starter edition on PC is Diablo 3. It has a.
I want to buy the first Diablo so much because I want to actually play that one.
I've actually I've seen it in stores and everything. The first Diablo, and I'm like, I've considered it, but I'm like, I probably shouldn't.
GOG has the fucking sale on it all the time. It's like $5, and I'm like, I want to buy it, but
I don't know if you've even been interested.
You get the DLC, or you get the DLC also that it had. The Hellfire DLC it had.
I'm curious on like the original Warcraft games because it's like.
I have the third one. I have third with Frozen Throne.
There are different types of games that I've actually wanted to try that were classical. I mean, I've played the original Fallouts too, like 1 and 2. Much different.
I'm not.
Much different.
I wanna try the original TES, the original Elder Scrolls, like Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind I can play.
When it comes to the first couple of Fallouts, those are abandonware, so actually those are free to grab. First two. Actually abandonware. Basically meaning obviously that the rights are abandoned. You can just grab it if you want. Pretty sure there is no such thing as piracy when it comes to those two, because it's just like available out there, abandoned. Have your fun. Like Ches.
So if I download those from a website, they can't. Would be that much of cared because there's like no one.
I think they're abandonware. You might have to look that up. I mean, I got it off of like a huge abandonware archive. Like just like a huge archive. It's like, oh, all these games are abandonware, and I have looked, and it's like, yeah, a lot of the games did check out as being that. So it's like, you know, it's fun to grab. So I think you can still get them like on Steam or something, but no, those are like different versions in a sense. Like it's not. I don't know how to explain. It's upgraded versions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, what are classical games I would like to try that I never really got to? I actually want to try those RTS Star Wars games, like the Empire War or whatever. Like I actually really want to try that.
It's like one of those like, oh god, like those old Star Wars games that is exists you wanna try. Then you come buy on the PlayStation. I'm like, I have wanted to buy those. Those like PlayStation 2 games. Like, I
The thing,
wanna do it, but also I don't wanna waste the money on them.
I really want to get Star Wars Bounty Hunter again. Love that game. There is a PS4 version that you could, but there was a limited like physical edition of the Star Wars Bounty Hunter for
Did
PS4, and I was like,
was it limited run that did that
yeah.
sale?
At the time, obviously, I had no like way of getting money. If I had a job at that point, I would have absolutely bought that because I'm like, that would be awesome to have.
Not only because it's a fucking, it's a Star Wars game. It's a physical fucking copy. Like,
Yeah, you don't see those anymore.
I feel, yeah, and as we have said before, physical beats
That's the
digital
thing now.
a
When it comes
lot.
down to limited run games, they usually include manuals and everything. That's definitely something you don't see anymore. You do not see manuals for games anymore.
No, and that's
And they will
fucking
actually add
depressing.
them
Like, I have
in.
gotten games, like PlayStation 2 games or a PC game that has a fucking manual that's thicker than a fucking
The thing, like,
container
for
that is
example, in
in.
Halo, like for those games, in the like at least the first two games, it had lore in the background. Like it would show like character info of like, oh hey, this is like, the bit of the character. It would tell you a bit about them, or it'd be like, here are your enemies. Here's about that, the weapons, the vehicles. It would show you everything. Like, that is great. I love that, and it was a very thick book. Halo 2's like, it was like very thick manual. And I'm like, that is awesome. Nowadays, you got lucky. Before it was like this. It was like, oh hey, you get really good manuals that show you a lot about the game or can tell you how to beat the game in some cases. Even include cheat codes in some manuals. Then it got lowered down to where just a lot of info. It was still pretty good. Then it got lowered down to like, oh hey, it's just a couple pages of whatever. Like, here's your controls. Cool. Next, they did safety and health precaution. That's the only thing that was in the manual. It was literally just
It's not even the fucking controls anymore.
there wasn't even like a page in there. It was literally just one folded page that looked like it would be a manual. And you just open it up. It's like safety and health precaution. Like, okay.
It's not even that, it was just a fucking paper now. Where it says, this has. And then if you get like a fucking a code for a DLC item, that's the
Yeah.
like another item.
That's really
And
all you get anymore is like codes. You get a code that says this and that. Like, all right.
And then you may get like a fucking thing about the like Square Enix has their website. They send in that in their games, like
They'll basically have like an advertisement in there as well.
hey,
you have,
log
like, a
into
little ad.
this website to register your fucking
And
game.
some
Like,
physical games have nothing. All you have is the disc. You have nothing else in there. It's just a blank case. Like, okay.
don't
That's how it is for a lot
don't
of Switch
fuck
games too, and
your
that's
team, man.
upsetting. I mean, I bought the physical version of the Resident Evil collection, of the HD collection. I bought the first Resident Evil and Zero for Switch. Just the cartridge. And the one thing I hate about those cases, it's a huge case, or not really, it's like a big kind of case that's like close to the PSP or PS Vita type cases. You open it up, it's a tiny, tiny little cartridge in a giant plastic case. Like, you just wasted a lot of plastic, man. But you know what? Fuck it. It is physical.
and you
So,
can't eat them.
yeah, I haven't actually tried that. I haven't. The thing is, I have two cartridges. I have the Breath of the Wild one, which was a pre-owned, and I'm not gonna do anything with that one because I'm like, this thing was pre-owned. I don't know whose tongue's been on this. And then I have the freaking Resident Evil one that was brand new, still wrapped in plastic. And I'm like, I could, but I don't want to.
But it's like still
There is
that
no problem
idea
on
that
that one.
was a thing back in the.
That was the thing, because before it was just Nintendo saying, hey, we put this coating on, so, if a baby tries to get a hold of it, they're not going to like it because it tastes pretty bitter. It's like, okay. And then everyone's like, I want to try this. Like, for some reason, I just want to put this cartridge in my mouth because, I'm a grown adult, and I just want to know what it tastes like. Bitter. Which, again, I wouldn't know because I haven't tried. And I don't think I want to try. I've thought about it. I thought about when I got that game, like, this was in, wrapping. No one else has touched this. It's not pre-owned. It's brand new. So, it wouldn't be wrong to but it also wouldn't be right. So no thanks. Just put it back in the case. Like, I don't think that's a good idea. I just don't want to taste it.
Like, my issue is, who got that fucking idea? It's like, we need to test this stuff to eat. Like,
yeah. I just realized.
Not the idea, like, just like, in general, like, that you should, like, the idea is not like, maybe I should test, like, it's like, we should test it, like.
That's what everyone did. They all tested it like they needed to. And I'm like, you know, I got mine. I'm like, I mean, obviously the fad was over. No one was doing it anymore. But, you know, me, just now owning a Switch for the first time, being in contact with an actual Switch and the cartridge for the first time. I've never seen a Switch cartridge before. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have either yet. Like, I mean, I've seen online, but I'm not.
When it came down to actually having a Switch, it was maybe, like, sort of sometime around last year, when it was the first time I ever actually was physically around a Switch to mess with. Which was just, like, plugged up in a store. Because no one else actually had a kiosk with the Switch in it. Or actually had, like, the kiosk with a full Switch out. They had it, like, docked, and they had the controller sitting outside of it. So I couldn't actually mess with the Switch itself. But then they had the full thing just sitting there, and I'm like, ooh, full Switch, this is kind of nice. Then they had the light next to it, and I picked up the light, I'm like, this is too tiny. I don't like this. It's too tiny to play on.
You're tiny.
Not very
But, with that said, it's 3 hour, our 3 hour mark, and I feel like we start to just ramble on about random fucking shit, so I think it's time for us to end. Like,
have you met us? Ramble like hell. I think things haven't finished. I'm gonna do this one last thing, then we'll go. Like, before we were talking about how I don't finish watching things, I don't finish playing games. I also don't finish reading. Because I have so many books I haven't read. That I've started. I started the freaking Jules Verne books because I have a freaking collection of all of, or like, at least 7 or so in one book. It's like a huge book that collects like 7 or so books in it. I barely even got it started on the first one because I'm like, I don't really like this one. It's kind of boring. I could have skipped ahead.
I need to actually fucking download Assassin's Creed on my PC so I can actually finally finish the first Assassin's Creed. God fucking damn it.
No, what was I saying? Okay, there's that. Then I have 3 FMA light novels. I have 3 of them. There's 2 more out there that I need to get, but I have 3 of them. I've only read 1. I've only read 1 of them. The other one, because it was like the first book. Like, I had the first book and the 4th book, I think. And recently I got the 3rd book, so I'm like, I'll read the 3rd book first. So I'm like, or I'll read it after I read the first one. So I'm in the middle of the 3rd one, then I stopped. I have 3 of those, or at least 2 of those I need to read. Then I bought the freaking Ocarina of Time manga. I think I'm like halfway through that. I'm like in the future time now. And I'm like, I haven't really read much of that. Now the Phoenix Wright mangas, I've barely even started the first one. Like, I'm doing terrible this year. And I'm reading some on my phone. I'm actually doing pretty good on the FMA manga, but yeah.
And this is why we always have issues ending, because, you know, Nexus have issues ending stuff.
I just wanted to mention it real quick because it got brought in my head because I was looking over the books. Anyways, back off to the ending thing. But yes, we will be ending now because we rambled too much. And this happens every single time. And also, it's not just me, it's him too. He does this a lot. I'll run, we talk about it, I was like, oh, wait, hold on, I forgot about this one thing. I was just like, you know, this thing happened also, now that we're talking about it. Shut up. Okay, now, this is the end. So make sure to go follow on all of our social media stuff. Most of it is in our descriptions on YouTube. So obviously you have our Twitch, our Twitter, our Mixers, our YouTubes, all that. It sounds weird for me to put an S at the end of everything. Then, what else we got?
And
Discord.
follow us on Mixer, definitely, because yeah, but mostly me, because I do lately I've been doing brain sims. You don't do as much exclusive as I do.
Because I'm busy.
Well, not only that, it's more that also when you do stream, you often stream games that you do on all platforms.
Yeah. Mostly. Because I have a freaking capture card that can capture anything. You don't.
Yeah, but
so you have to use specifics. Oh, when it comes down to Xbox, though, well, really anything. I have been thinking of doing Mixer exclusives quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mostly games I'm already playing, and I'll just jump in the middle and start talking about it. Anyway.
Yeah. Or like us play Forza like we did another time. Like that was fun. That was the best thing. It was like he was like, I'm not gonna stream, but I'm gonna join you, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stream this because we're probably gonna have fucking fun.
At that point, I was like, well, if you're gonna stream, might as well I stream it too, just to have like two, two views, two perspectives.
2 morons driving.
On Mixer. Yeah, 2 morons driving. That was terrible. That was completely exclusive too. Not on YouTube or Twitch. It's nowhere now. I'm pretty sure the archives expired by now.
It's gone. It's definitely gone.
It's gone. It's just one-time thing.
We need to do that again. We need to play some.
There are some like Mixer exclusives that I would be doing that isn't fully going to be an exclusive. It would be like, I play it on there, and if it's really good, then I'll take it off and I'll go put it on YouTube as an archive. But most of the time, it's just gonna be streamed once, done.
Yeah. I would say the only thing I'm gonna upload is
and you can watch.
But that's because Nexus needs a fucking thing from that stream.
I told you to do it to every Halo. Like every Halo gameplay we did, go ahead and export it because there'd always be something worth watching on your end.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna upload. That's what. Well, because the first one is already gone because also muted us.
Well, well, also Twitch. And at the same time, because my audio was not even in that stream.
Yeah. Can we just put a Twitch fucking muted my video?
Because it's Halo.
Because of the fucking music that was so fucking loud.
True, you can't change it. Not change the audio unless you're on the PC version of the game, which they're thinking of bringing PC settings down to console anyway. So we'll get to that. Anyways, off to other points.
A little bit fucking late about that now, boy.
Dude, the game's from 2014, and they're trying their best, or not even before that. Anyway, it's from then, and they've been trying to upgrade it since, which is a very good thing that they're still working on the game, because it is literally the best way of playing a Halo on there. 5? Go fuck yourself. Anyway.
Hey, be nice to 5. You should be nice.
Terrible. I was terrible. Everyone agrees.
Well,
now,
you were terrible.
That very good. That very good stuff executed poorly. Now, as I've been trying to say. Mixers on our Mixer stuff. We have exclusive stuff there, so you can go there if you want to. I just put the Discord code on
streaming Train Simulator.
Yeah, you go do that. I was gonna be streaming basically the end of me playing Doom, but I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Doom really is not a very good game to be streaming, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people are doing it because it's a popular game now, especially with Doom Eternal. So they're playing that one on stream. I'm like, I don't really feel like it because to me it's much more a better game just like, when it's silent, because it's, I don't know, talk about it, I have nothing to talk about, I'm going to focus too much. Anyway, so not going to be doing that game, but I'll probably be doing some other games that I'm working on, so that'll be Mixer exclusive, and yeah. I just put in the Discord code in my stream for my chat, on my chat thing. It only shows that it popped up on Twitch, so I don't know if YouTube viewers got it, but regardless, there's my Discord server.
I didn't see it on my side on YouTube.
I mean, here, I'll just do this.
Yeah. Am I a mod in your YouTube channel? I don't think that.
Oh, it should be.
Yay! That's the only time you've... Actually, no. Yeah, did you watch my Resident Evil 4 stream on YouTube? I think you watched a little bit. How he's doing something. Are you having issues finding your Discord?
Having issues clicking the button that switches chats.
Right, yeah.
Because there's like a box and everything sitting at that spot, so I can't actually see it. Anyway, there you go, YouTube viewers. I really should have put on the Mixer too. Fucking hell.
Is it going well for your boy?
Nah, it's okay. You know what, Mixer people, it's somewhere. Okay, I mean, I'll get this going at some other point, but you can basically see on the screen, and I will freaking say the dang code. Capital 3MA, lowercase ZTC, capital D. Have fun with that. You didn't get that? Look at the archive later and keep rewinding until you figure it out. Anyway, I'm a dick.
Confused
Now.
and scared.
Yeah. So, you get to the Discord server, and we talk quite a bit lately, mostly about stupid stuff. That's nothing new.
And bullying everyone.
Yes, that's the thing. Again, we will make fun of you because we expect you to make fun of us. That's how it works there.
If you don't make fun of us, we're gonna make fun of you even more.
Mostly because you won't make fun of us, so therefore it's like we just see that as a challenge.
We just see it as an easy. We just say someone we can kick on while they're laying down.
Well, I don't want to make fun of you. You guys are great. Just like, oh, you little suck up.
Like, get over here.
Like, you are such a case. Anyway, so again, in the streams, there's the social stuff. Also, another thing to note is the audio version, which honestly, lately, I've actually forgotten to. I was literally going to go and start uploading more episodes. I actually forgot. I just completely forgot since last episode when I said I was going to. I was just like, I'm too tired.
That was
will get around to
week
it.
ago.
I promise. I absolutely promise. I will get
You would
around
never finish
to
anything.
actually uploading it. Because right now, only the first episode is there. I will be adding the rest. I'm probably still going to add a few of those like little audio intros, but not to every episode. To maybe 1 or 2 more, and then like after that it's done. I'm just going to upload them as is. Because at that point, it's just me trying to say real quick, hey, there was this little issue, or hey, whatever. Like, just this issue might...
Don't be fucking
done.
offended by this show, because this is offensive.
That is definitely a precursor I would like to say. Just like, you know, like, hey, it might be a little bit offensive here and there, but you know what? That's kind of how we roll. If you don't like it, there are other
can be offensive.
There are other
Blame
cool
the Swede.
podcasts somewhere else. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Definitely blame Swede.
Like, because I'm probably the most offensive of us too.
Yeah, I mean, literally, as my description says, we talk nerd stuff and trash nearly everything that exists. Yeah. So, anyway, that's basically the end. So thank you very much for everyone coming to watch. Again, thank you for that host. What was your name again? I'm sorry. Give me a beans. Thank you. And also, thank you for all those sparks. And everyone else who jumped in. Thank you as well. That is it. So, if somebody was up smacking their lips, we will be ending this stream.
No, I'm sucking on my bottle.
I doubt it. Now. That's it. So, thank you all for coming to watch. Later on, at some point, we'll probably Wednesday or something, we'll be streaming something else. Likely Destiny, maybe, because we're kind of going back and forth. No, not exactly Wednesday, but Thursday maybe, because we have to play the freaking game that I got. Because oh my God, you're all about it.
Well, was that or Monday? I said that Wednesday or Monday.
Well, it can't be Monday because I work Monday.
Next Monday after that.
Some point.
When you're off.
Figure it out. Anyway.
One day.
One day. We'll do this. That's what I say about every game. One day. And it never happens. Just like one day,
like
we'll end this stream. But will we? I don't know about that.
End
go on
stream.
forever. 24-hour stream.
End
Let's go for it.
Can you end this stream? God fucking damn this. Today, the fucking OBS was slow. I was pressing like 10 minutes, like 2 hours ago. If I was like, it's like
I haven't even
end stream. It's like
I'm just letting this go.
Oh, geez, I have ended because I at least can end stuff.
I can't.
I know
I was just joking. Jeez.
Can you really? Can you really end? How many books do you have left?
You want to see me end? You want to see me end? I'll freaking end it all right now. It's called this button right here that says end stream. You ready?